Hello everyone, and welcome to another meme stock thing. It has been quite a while, so I thought it'd be fun to take a look at where they are and what in the hell they are doing, because it's been at least a month or so, I don't know. Don't worry though, we are not going to just sit and watch a PP show episode. I know that gets incredibly boring. So I have a bunch of clips. I have clips. With that out of the way, back. Maybe it was just you. If you're on YouTube, do me a favor and give the stream a like. It really helps. Just takes a second. If you're on your phone, hit the little thumbs up. If you are on a computer, take your mouse and then navigate your cursor to the thumbs up and hit that button. And I'm going to keep talking about how you can do this until you do. So you take the mouse and you click it with a left click if you're using Windows. And then you click it and then it goes pew, and there's like a little party popper effect sometimes. Alright, that's enough. I hope you did it. People on, Twitch, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. What did I miss? Briar Rose with 100 bits says, "Hey Hannah, I'm so excited I got my approval for top surgery. Congratulations. This weekend, and it looks like I'll be able to have the surgery before the end of spring. Hell yeah, good for you. Congratulations." Captain Rachel with 44 months says, "Finally managing to catch the stream live as I force myself to lesson prep for high school psych class I'm teaching. I get to talk about puberty to a room full of teenagers tomorrow. Oh, fun. I'm sure there won't be any giggling." Maybe it's different now, I don't know. Because they just have, like, porn on their phones. I don't know. They're still kids, though. Teenagers are still teenagers. Anyway, what else? Use your tongue and click like as long as you hit like. Smash that like button. So anyway, let's get into it, shall we? Hey, NB Vixen. How's it going? So let's do some of these clips. These are a smattering from the last month. I'll try and tell you how long ago they were, but we'll see. Oh no. Apparently a Danish baggie, if you want to call him that, from BBBY, thought that PP was a Satanist or something. Let me adjust this so you can see what's going on. It's going to need to be wider for the other videos, but this'll do for now.
Hey, you there! What kind of man are you? I would rather live one day as a lion than 100 years as a sheep. We're about to make history here. Are you on the right side of it? Or are you siding with the wicked? Because you better not be with the wicked. Because I'm here and I will fucking plunder the wicked.
Seems intense.
All right. Have a good one, and then come to my space later. I love to hear from you. All right, take care.
That's a good invitation.
Like,
this one's only from 2 days ago. This is Marantz. This is about GME, not BBBY. For those who don't know, I don't expect anyone to know. Even I had to look it up at this point, but GME price has been pretty sideways for a while. It still continues to trend downward, but it's pretty much been sideways. So not much new.
that's just
I believe they canceled... Did they cancel their NFT marketplace yet? I know they canceled the wallet.
not practical for me. You'd have to wear them at home. But Apple's not the stock that I would buy at this price, me personally. Amazon, same deal. When I look at Amazon, they have a current trailing 12 PE ratio of 58, almost 60. To give you an example, Apple's at 28. Apple's right where you want
PDE is profits versus expenditures.
to be, 28,
ratio.
right?
So how much did you make versus how much you spent?
Tesla's at 46 and a forecast of 65. Home Depot is at 23. Solid company, been around for years. They should be that low. That's what I'm telling you on like pricing. P ratio for, let's say Meta right here. 24 are forecasted, 32 on the trailing 12. 32. That's really good. I mean, I guess that's the price where they want it. They want more. They're making more.
To be clear, all of these companies have a better P/E ratio than GameStop, which regularly loses money. They may, with the upcoming earnings, have their first profitable full trailing 12 which is like 12 trailing, months. So like a year of profitability for the first time since I think 6 years ago, whenever 6 years ago was, roughly. Which, like, is better than losing money, of course, but it doesn't justify the valuation of GameStop currently. GameStop is still overvalued because of the meme stock stuff.
I guess people want to buy it at that price, but no one's buying these stocks. Like when you buy Walmart, and Walmart has a split coming, right? So Walmart has a split coming, they have earnings coming, and their PE ratios are at 26. That is ideal for retail. So if GameStop can get close to 26, 28, 30s once they're established, then it's the right buy and they can keep going. But when the stock price, guys, GameStop's going to be in the teens, in the 20s, and people don't believe me. That's how much money they're going to make for the amount of shares they don't have and the price of the stock. It has to go up. The price cannot be $14.
The price is $14. Like right now it's $14. It's on the low end of 14 actually, at $14.12. It dipped below that a little bit ago. But what is the justification here? He's just assuming it must be worth more. Why? Even if they make a success, you should not be struggling to make a profit. If you are, it's already overvalued. It's still, I believe, valued at more than the best sales years GameStop ever had, which again, we're back during like the Wii and Xbox 360 era, where physical games were huge. The Wii was big, so gaming wasn't just like a sub like community, like grandparents and stuff were doing it. I don't know. I just can't fathom the thought why they think this is worth this much money.
The price can't be 15. They're going to be making...
Oh yeah, they've been downsizing like crazy. They closed, I think, another 500 stores recently or something. It was a lot.
50 cents a share, guys. They're going to make $1 a share. They literally will be making $1 a share. Like, I know people don't believe this part yet, but they're going to. Maybe not this quarter, maybe not next quarter, but in the next couple of years here, they're going to be at over $1 a share. Can you... Like, that's just not practical for me.
Cannot believe this.
Learn, educate yourself. You're embarrassing, bro. Given $100 million in profit, what do you fair share price will be for GME? $100 million in profit, fair share price. What does that come out to? Like 33 cents per share. I'm not good at math, but what does it give you? I had it somewhere. Didn't I have it somewhere? Let's see. Did I have it on here? Oh, I did.
What ridiculous price is he going to throw out for how much he thinks GameStop stock should be worth?
I did. That's a 42 on so I would give it about a 42. That's pretty good on PE ratios. That means I got to come in and grab it. $42 is what, because usually it's 55, and that's $1 at $1. So half of that, a third of that would be not really good. About $19 a share?
What?
$19 a share, $100 million of profit? $19 a share.
Why? Why do you think that it needs to increase? Why do you think that the $14 that it is now is already representative of the company that it is, if not inflated? You are assuming that 14 right now is low, or at best, like, normalized. That's a normal price, when it is not. Exo Deadlock, thanks for 24 months, says I have totally legit Trump gold sneakers to sell these guys. Lance is trying to love herself with 7 months, says working in a casino casts in sharp relief the behavior of gamblers, and also these guys. Hope everyone is having a great day. I hope you are too. It is very sad. For the people that aren't grifters, it very much feels like people suffering from gambling addiction. It's so, so sad. Oh, Michael said something creepy.
Fucking love tonight, fellas. An excellent appearance by Rad Dad tonight as well. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I got when he lifted up whatever the jar was in front of him. I got a little bit of PTSD from the gynecology rotation.
Oh yeah,
in med school. Just saying. Yeah.
All right. All right. So
that guy wanted to be a doctor. Anyway.
Wait, can we go up for 1 second?
Sure, Pang. What part?
Just up at the part where
hydrate
all
can
the
do.
dip payment amounts. not payment amounts,
With
but all,
Tau Talents and all them.
yeah. If you look at all the numbers, the 666, the 333, and the 666, they're divisions of threes. So usually you get 0.6666%. It's usually 2 divided by 3,
Mm-hmm.
and you get the 33333 repeating is 1 divided by 3. So that's just interesting. I wonder if they
Yeah.
have like
I'm pretty sure this is the guy that like had the book together with all the DD at the live event. He came to him and he was like, "I have this gift for you," and it was like the book of all the DD put into like a binder.
a specific, like, I wonder if that's like a specific coding.
I wanted to talk about the tinfoil hat thing, by the way, because I've talked about this before. Basically, they lampshade in order to stave off the obvious accusation of, you guys are doing conspiracy theories, you're doing tinfoil hat. What they do is they lean into it. They lean into like, haha, we're in on the joke, guys. We're in on the joke. We know how silly this is. We don't really think this is true. You know, it's sort of a way of dealing with the cognitive dissonance of recognizing that this is pretty crazy what they're doing. But also they need to believe it. So if they put a jokey coat on it, I think that helps them deal with that dissonance. Captain Squid says, I've never seen a Hershey's Kiss doing a live stream before. Hype Train on Twitch, 55% to level 01. How long do I think BBBY has to be bankrupt before even PP Cult can no longer deny reality? If you had asked me that months ago, I would have said months ago. So I don't know. They've slowly been weaning into other topics. Slowly. So I assume it'll just get less and less and less until they're talking about other things. I don't know. He has lost some audience, though, too. It has gone down. He used to regularly get over 1,000, and now it's been more regularly dipping below that. One stream I even saw live, there were only 600. So, woo! Just realized I got a scrape from the cat earlier.
Unless it's just, they're trying to say something. I don't know. I could be out there, but
yeah, I saw Michael was trying to push Big Lots. He did I actually pulled that up. He's doing he did a stream with Polte's brother.
There's got to be a reason why they have the sixes just repeating, right? I guess 6th Street, sure. But what about, Tau Talents?
Oh yeah, 600 is a lot. Don't get me wrong.
Street,
it's more than it should be, but
have the sixes repeating.
Yeah, well, you see the
why Big Lots? I'm assuming it's another company that's kind of eh.
The 666.
That's just a guess, though. I really know nothing about it.
They do.
but
Yeah.
Tau Talents and
probably something to do with a short squeeze. A lot of the time, they're obsessed with the idea of doing short squeezes.
the guys after. Remember how we mentioned something about the M3? So
Yes.
I see something in a division of threes. I'm just really Asian
The vape pit.
and math is my thing.
No, it's
so-
good speculation, dude. It's an excellent observation that you have there.
Math is his thing because 6s and 3s. Captain Rachel says, the tinfoil hat reminds me of something I say to students. There may be a difference between falling for the bit and, There may be a difference between failing for the bit and just failing the class, but the difference doesn't show up on your transcript. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, failing for the bit, it doesn't matter why you failed it. Okay, I gotcha. Hey, Overthought, how's it going? Ooh, Bittergrin, thanks for gifting 5 tier 1 subs and getting us over level 1 of the hype train. Thank you very much.
You know, they are attacking food supply
Oh my god, it's the Satanic Panic guy again.
in Europe, and I see it also in America. And when they go for the food supply, that is how they control people, because hungry people, they are more compliant. Yeah. Rand over. Hold, please. Whatever you have, please.
Big Lots is 462 right now, so doing better than Bed Bath & Beyond. Oh, of course. Of course it is. It's a company that exists. I was just saying because someone tried to express why would Michael be interested, and I gave speculation because of what meme stock people normally look through for in a stock.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. I'm getting some requests. Do you care if we bring up a few more speakers to kind of
Yeah,
add to
yeah,
it?
we can. I've just said what I wanted to share, and then we can go for like 20, 30 minutes, and then I will end the recording, so it's not too hard to
Well,
come through.
I I think you 1,000% nailed it, and your courage speaks volumes to the ones that are listening, the real ones that are down there. It takes real courage to stand up to these pieces of shit.
Allegedly, I've seen screenshots of this, but you know how the internet is. Allegedly, PP used to talk about Safe Moon, which turned out to be a big scam. It's called Safe Moon. I feel like that should have been maybe a little red flag. There are plenty of videos online explaining the whole Safe Moon thing. CoffeeZilla has a good number of videos on it, so I won't get into details. But yes, I think the same screenshots alleged that PP had also been shilling Terra Luna, which was a former crypto stablecoin that also collapsed and everyone lost money. So seems like he switches from one thing to another, but he never hit it as big as with this Bed Bath & Beyond thing, which is why it's such a sticking point, and, you know, why he sticks to it. He's made a bunch of money on this, not from the actual stock, but from garnering an audience that pays him a bunch of money to tell them what they want to hear, in my view. That's how I perceive it, but that's personal. GamerG with 10 months says, they're just picking failing box stores and thinking they hit it big if they invest in these failing stores. Yes. Their worldview causes them to think counterintuitively about these things. And in this particular case, your intuition would probably be right, is that these stores aren't doing well. But they think about it counterintuitively to us because their worldview is more black and white. It's conspiratorial. It involves these vast swaths of evildoers trying to destroy American business, and American business to them is some sort of nostalgic idea of going to Toys R Us and GameStop, you know, as children. It has really strong ties emotionally to nostalgia, as a lot of conspiracies do. In this case, it's just weird because there's that, like, layer of stock stuff on it. I don't know. Anyway, 88% to level... What level around? To level 2 on the hype train.
That are fucking with us. They're trying to run a psyop on every one of us.
Thank you, Hulk.
And we see right through their bullshit.
I admire you.
Hulk,
You
you're
roar
right.
like a lion.
I just want to mention one thing about that punk ass bitch, Phantom Black. He wants to sneak into the hen house and act like a fucking chicken. And you know, it's the first.
He don't want this.
Big Lots is a chain in the United States of outlet stores. So, like, if stores are overstocked or closing and they want to get rid of a bunch of merchandise or damaged merchandise or slightly whatever returned merchandise, Big Lots, historically, would go in and purchase that from them and then sell it, you know, in their place. I think that's still what they do, but I haven't been in a Big Lots in decades, so I don't know. Overthought, thanks for gifting 5 tier 1 subs. Thank you so much, getting us over level 2. Appreciate you.
Hey, wait, this is the first time I'm ever expressing this. You know, I called Squeezy out months ago. It was obvious to me he's running an agenda. And then, by way of guilt by association, or whatever you want to call it, coming in and picking up his boy's slack, Phantom always seems to show up. Sal always shows up to defend Squeezy and vice versa, like they suck each other's cocks at night.
It always astounds me that also the vibe of these is so frat bro-y. It's pretty consistent.
I'm upset. Now I'm gonna get this off my fucking chest. Is these dirty motherfuckers is coming in here acting like us? That's like a cop being a fucking running a gang, or like a gang guy being a snitch, playing both sides of the fucking fence.
I just want to point out, this is from 24 days ago. I feel pretty vindicated on the whole distillation effect thing because, as I said, when we talked about this months and months ago, with the distillation effect, the longer something like this goes on, like QAnon, whoever is in the group, as the group shrinks, the most reasonable are going to leave first, leaving a smaller but more fervent base of less rational, more conspiratorial people. And I think that that hypothesis has held up. Seems like what we have left are people who may genuinely be suffering from mental illness, which is incredibly sad, but that's what you have. They boiled off the more rational people from the group. This is who's left. Sucks.
Side of the fucking fence, you fucking rats. And I tell you what.
Oh yeah, with these people, there's Q overlap to some extent. PP actually got in trouble with some people in his community who were mad at him because they were openly posting about QAnon, and he banned like talking about QAnon, and they got really mad at him.
I know Sal. He's well respected in this community. Everyone looks up because of his verbiage and the way he comes across. He's a fucking actor. He's been given a fucking script, or he actually fucking knows finance, and he's got some skin in the fucking game, and he's fucking trying to play us. And
do you really want to know? Because I have all the dirt
fuck
on
yeah,
Sal. I know
pour
exactly
it out.
where
Let's
he
spill
is.
the tea, Bubba.
I know who he works for. I know every fucking thing about him.
Hell yeah.
And if he wants to come at me, I will burn that motherfucker alive.
Let's go, Hulk. Let's go. And you know what? I think Bill Pulte fucking knows it. I think Bill's selling rope. I think Bill's giving the guys just enough fucking rope to hang themselves. Bill fucking knows if that motherfucker was anybody, he would have showed up in Florida. And if that motherfucker was anybody, he would show up in Atlanta. But he don't. He's a fucking actor.
For those who don't know, Bill is doing another event in Atlanta soon. I don't remember exactly when it is. Sometime in spring, I think. Could be wrong. So, he's not charging $500 a ticket this time. I think he was charging $70. So, discount. Probably won't be a helicopter this time, though. So that's a bummer.
Hey, and Bob, to add on that, man.
Might be a good time for Boxy. You know, I forgot Boxy wasn't up. So I think you're right. Let's throw this up. There it is.
Did you notice, the confidence in Sal's voice? It wasn't.
Who's Bill? Bill Pulte, the guy that threw the big get-together for the Bed Bath & Beyond people with the helicopter. He's a Nepo baby weirdo. Which is all opinion, so.
The same confidence that last call they had.
Will there be ice cream?
He was feeling quite small in that.
There'll be ice cream and tendies.
Call.
Just like I know Bill knows, Sal knows Bill knows.
30 seconds left on the hype train.
Yep. You said it, Bob. Beautiful raw. I love it.
It's all
They
raw.
know we know. They know we know.
Yes,
And-
Sal's definitely a fucking leader, and whenever you're a mastermind of a fucking crime, you do more time.
Yeah.
That's it, man. And it's also before I wanted to speak my mind about it because these are hardcore allegations.
hype
I'm
train,
coming
everyone.
with here. I had to know it completely in my gut.
All right. Enough of that particular conspiratorial individual. Oh boy, this is from 23 days ago.
All right, Pang, I've heard that you've brought us tinfoil. What do we have tonight? Love the fucking hat, man. Love the shades.
This is from that same video, must be earlier in the stream. Jubilee Helix with a link.
Fall before me, Breton!
Is it a glitch or are they just genuinely...
Take that!
Oh, did he throw his bow? Beautiful.
How you doing tonight, Pang? It's always great to see you on the PP Show. What is on your goddamn mind tonight?
God damn, I miss hanging out with you guys, man.
Right on.
What's been going on?
Chilling. Yeah, same old, man. Yeah.
Holy crap. So today I was making a supply run.
Yeah.
So I can
What
live.
this whole situation feels like. Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Except there's no one there holding Umbra to slay them.
And-
Like, they think that there's... And Dan Olson, of course, talked about this in his video. On the BBBY people. But it's like they think because they are... And this is common to conspiracies in general. They assume because they are so into this thing, they believe that there is an equal and opposite thing they assume within their mythology that there is evildoers on the other end, sort of equal and opposite to them, getting mad. Like, they're upset, so that in and of itself is somehow proof that the other side exists and must be upset. It's very strange. It's like they're incapable of understanding that you can work yourself up over something and sort of shadow box fantasies, you know? Which is incredibly common, especially in conspiracy theories.
And in the middle of a Walmart, I was looking around and
Yes, the host of the show goes by Pee-Pee.
I saw...
It's called the Pee-Pee Show. I forget. It's been a while since I covered this, so I forget that new people come in and out of chat and the stream, so... I forget that not everyone is up to date on the lore.
something out of the ordinary.
What'd you find?
Well,
Did Pulte ever go through with the threat to start his own show? Kais started his own show. Is that what you're thinking of? I don't know if Pulte... I don't know what his role is right now. I'm actually not up to date on the Pulte part of the saga. Again, the last month, it just hasn't been as interesting. That's why I'm kind of doing this. We're not watching like a whole PP stream. We're watching little distilled clips. So we just get every interesting thing of the last month or so in one go.
Do you know what I found?
What?
Just have a little guess.
Oh, I don't blame you, Jen. It's insane that I remember all these people's names. Like, it's my job. This is part of what I do, is kind of keep track of this for entertainment and convey information in an entertaining way, I guess. So I get it. I don't blame you. It's a lot of people to remember.
I actually tagged you and Mike both in it, and our favorite man fucking liked it, and I was just like, I almost lost my shit in the middle of the Walmart.
Mistwitch says, you see it on the alt-right too. They sit there seething about diversity and talk themselves up over imagining the people they hate being triggered or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, let's pull it up. Let's go to Pang's, whatever he tagged us in. Did you tag both of us?
Yes, I did.
All right, let's take a look at it. I want to see. Pang bringing the tin tonight. Walmart tinfoil. Right on.
There's nothing better than Walmart tinfoil.
Walmart tinfoil. All right, I'll take it. Let's see it.
Again, it's like, I'm trying to understand this. I try to understand it as I explain it, which isn't a great thing to do. But like I said earlier, it's like they're lampshading, leaning into the ridiculousness of what they're doing while also denying it, because this is their show. This is what they're doing. No matter how much they laugh and put their tongues in their cheek and bite, it doesn't change the fact that you are doing this. The only thing you guys talk about anymore is the conspiracy stuff. They used to pepper it in. When there was actual stuff to talk about, even if it wasn't good for them, there were court documents coming out or action with the stock when it was still a thing. So the lampshading was a little easier to kind of like be like, okay, it's a little segment on the show, it's funny, they're just being silly. But as the material stuff has gone away, as the bankruptcy has continued and wrapped up, all they have is the tin foil, but they're still talking about it with that, like, we're being facetious, we're joking, you know? But they're not, because this is all they do, this is the whole ass show, like, this is what they are doing. So it's interesting how that slowly seemed to adapt over time, and I don't even know if they know they're doing that. Like, I don't know if they realize what this looks like and how odd it looks. I don't know. Anyway.
We got some Walmart tinfoil tonight on the menu.
I'm wearing matching
I've been out of,
pajama
like,
clothes, by the way.
just busy
I'm very
doing
starry.
shit, but I still watch the show. I just haven't
Right
come
on.
up with any material until
Yeah,
today,
yeah.
out of
Cool.
all places.
Right on. Yeah, well, we want to hear it, man. You know, PP likes his tinfoil, man.
Thanks, Harold Ubelman. Where did you DM it? Discord or Twitch, Twitter?
That's for
fuck, man.
sure.
Oh, we found a teddy bear in a Walmart around Valentine's Day. Again, this was 23 days ago, so seasonally they would have had Valentine's Day stuff out. Looks like he's in the section near gift bags and stuff, so that would probably be near Valentine's Day stuff. So he found a teddy bear with a red bow in the seasonal Valentine's section. Great. On Twitter? Cool. I'll check it in a sec.
All right, do you see it? All right, so what do we?
For those who don't know, they believe that a new company is going to be formed out of the corpse of Bed Bath & Beyond, and be called Teddy. So anytime they see a teddy bear, or a reference to Teddy Roosevelt, or anything that you could even... anything you could even gesture at the idea of a teddy bear or something with Ted or Teddy or Theodore, they take all of these as symbols that are communicating something to them.
What are we looking at here, Pang? You're in a Walmart and you see a teddy bear.
Scroll up just a little bit. Just a little bit.
All right,
Little
what does
more.
it say?
A little bit more.
It says, could it be Valentine's? Hashtag Teddy. You tagged us all right on.
Yeah.
And, we got a teddy bear. All right, right on. And
Why Teddy? Oh, it's stupid. Hold on, I'll explain the Teddy thing. This is stupid. You're not people who don't know this aren't gonna believe me. The further we get into the woods of this, the less my explanations of what we're even talking about are gonna make. You're gonna not believe me. You're gonna think I'm making this up. Give me a sec. Where's my goddamn Teddy book? Sorry, I'm looking for where the heck I put that Teddy book. Okay, I'll just pull up a picture. I have it somewhere, but I have a lot of books in my office right now, so I think I just misplaced it. Ryan Cohen, the CEO of Bed Bath & Beyond, Ryan Cohen, the CEO of Bed Bath & Beyond, has a children's book series called Teddy. This company is called Teddy Publishing because they publish the Teddy books. It's called Teddy because Ryan Cohen's father's name was Theodore Teddy. So the premise of these children's books is about his father, who is deceased, but this is, a storybook for children, where his father, Teddy, babysits his grandkids, so Ryan Cohen's real-life children, and it's like a children's book, but it's like a libertarian pro-capitalism children's book that's like, here's how you can invest in stocks, 5-year-old, isn't capitalism amazing? Anyway, GameStop, yeah. CEO of GameStop, sorry if I said Bed Bath & Beyond. So they think that this is all a psyop to communicate with them, so they literally read this book, these children's books, which again, I have one of somewhere, and they try and bake conspiratorial baking. For those who don't know, it's basically you take crumbs or little symbols, nonsense that means nothing, and you kind of combine them into trying to make a mythology, a story. You concoct, you bake the conspiracy theory. So they will look at these books and be like, look at these color socks. These socks are a similar color to the logo for Bed Bath & Beyond and Lego and Radio Shack, so all these companies are merging into Teddy. Again, it's nonsensical, but they have a whole mythology that built up to this belief.
And who?
Big lies are built on mountains of small lies and misinformation. So if you see someone who doesn't make sense, they could just be suffering from a mental illness and their reasons are beyond your understanding because it's due to a malfunction. Or, in some cases, it's people who are into conspiracy theories or cult-like beliefs, and their beliefs seem and are irrational to us, and the things they think aren't true, but to them they feel rational because they're based on many false premises. They don't realize the false premises within their, like, logical thinking, if they are doing analytical thinking at all. Not everyone does. I don't mean that as pejorative. No one does all the time. We're not all on high alert all the time. We all have little things that we miss and are, you know, misinformed about. It's just sometimes that happens a lot to people for one reason or another, and it builds up. And if you get into a community like this that reinforces those lies or misinformation, you concoct a whole story, a mythology together that ends in these big delusional lies that are just not congruent with the real world.
Who liked this post, Cheng?
Scroll down.
Let's see. I know I missed a bunch of bits because I was talking, but let's see. Lego is doing fine. Again, they think things in their head. It's not reasonable. Fenekagami says it's like how lots of people, MAGA people most of all, are bad at understanding other people, think differently than them. MAGA people, for example, don't understand empathy, so they assume genuine empathy, genuine selflessness is a lie. That's why they assume everyone on the left is either, quote, virtue signaling, or that caring about black people is like a religious thing for us. It's because subconsciously they know it's like that for them. I wouldn't even say it's I just think it's more like projecting. It's projection. They're projecting, you know? But yeah, it is interesting. It is not only MAGA people, but yeah. As a group, they do have a pretty myopic view of behavior, mostly seated in their own personal experience. Captain Squid says, I've been following this almost from the beginning, and even I can't fathom half of the stuff that's happened. Oh, it's out there. Yeah. Fenekagami says it's why MAGA people point out, quote, St. Floyd was a bad person, or how other people we fight for aren't perfect victims. They assume we've fallen for some narrative that people we defend are perfect victims, and that once we realize they aren't, the illusion is shattered, and suddenly we'll agree with them. When that doesn't happen, rather than listen to the reason we fight and realize that their premises are just wrong, they assume we're in a cult and incapable of thinking about our beliefs. Bumble Homestead with 200 bits and Profane Priestess with 40 says, not meme stocks, but it's so pathetic I couldn't resist sharing. Let's see. Oh, yeah, the weird chud grifters talking about, Rogue? Yeah. I don't know how those channels still get views. Like, I know it's a low bar, but holy shit. After 16 trillion years of talking about woke movies and children's cartoons, are there not other things to talk about? No.
Little bit.
I don't think it shows it, does it?
Oh
Yeah.
no! Oh,
Pulte liked it.
buddy.
Really? All right.
Yeah,
very
man.
interesting.
Of course Pulte liked it. Pulte's like in on your whole thing. Pulte lobbed onto your community for clout and attention and all sorts of things, in my opinion.
Sick.
Yeah.
All right. So
Oh,
there's been a lot of tinfoil surrounding around Valentine's Day being possibly the day, the 14th.
yeah. And what drops around Valentine's Day, man? You give away like teddy bears. That's like the love.
It's very true. Yeah. No, I 100% agree. I mean, look, like, you know, essentially that's the next date that I'm looking forward to personally. Basically the 14th.
Of course, nothing happened. The 14th was just Valentine's Day. Nothing in regard to BBBY happened because that company doesn't really exist in practical terms.
Of February.
What was that sound? It was from a link that I got sent. I was checking in another tab. Sorry.
I think we have we have something that's going to wrap up or hopefully be wrapped up by then as well in court. And then obviously, you know, we have the
and Teddy is a Ryan Cohen thing. Does Pulte and Ryan Cohen basically not know each other? They seem to maybe share a lawyer, but I don't think they've ever personally interacted. And if they have, it was in passing. Bill Pulte, seems to want to give the impression that he knows Ryan Cohen personally, when I get the impression that he absolutely does not, and only wants it to give credence to his claim to, I don't even know, for him to have attention in this community, I guess? He continually, to be clear, he legally says, like, no, I don't know anything, but he continues to do things and ingratiate himself. He knows what he's doing to some extent, I would hope. Who's Ryan Cohen? CEO of GameStop. Allegedly pump and dumped Bed Bath & Beyond for tens of millions of dollars, leaving these people with the bags. Allegedly. The lawsuit's ongoing.
So this says, Rants, can you please do a video on...
Well, isn't it funny that gas?
Aren't we going a little bit off? Aren't we going a little bit off track from the taxes?
No,
though?
we're not going off. No, we're actually on point right now. We're staying on topic because Gasparino got caught.
He's cooking, bro. He's cooking.
Yeah, I'm cooking, man. I ain't smoking fucking methamphetamine, okay?
I hope not.
No, hey, control chaos. It's the same thing how you did all your jaw jacking, but at the PP Live event, you told everybody, hey, man, it was just all fun and games. I was just talking shit. Because at the end of the day, bro, guess what? A lot of people got fucked on their hard-earned money, okay? People that work for their money.
Sure.
People that family members, okay? How the fuck don't you know that my dad just didn't die of fucking cancer? And I was trying to help him out with every fucking thing I had.
Right on.
You need to come on here and crack jokes. Fuck that. It's people on your platform that come on this show to talk shit, and they want to make people feel like what? They're really low?
Mm-hmm.
Like Morant's. The guy goes on fucking rants. The guy's a fucking bum. Now,
yeah.
So we're
right,
supposed to. Hold on. We're supposed to uplift people, right?
Yes.
So
yeah.
How is it in your best interest?
I felt very uplifted when I went on their show, by the way.
Go on there and make fun of people that lost.
Especially when I was being called a cunt. Oops. Sorry about that.
Their hard-earned money, and then you're going to go and talk about, oh yeah, GME. Well, hey, Morant's Romance. Hey, whatever the fuck your name is, I give two shits that you install French doors.
I think that's my least favorite thing that people do when they're mad and in some sort of argument, when they're like, I don't even know your name, and like, you know, they know the person's name, he said it earlier, and like, basically in that sentence, but he's trying to belittle his existence. Like, I don't like Morantz either. I think he's, at best, harmful to himself and others because of delusion. Been there. Or, at worst, he's grifting people. Again, speculative. But, like, come on, what are you doing? You're not, like, better than Morantz. Calm down. Very upsetting. Don't know why they get so mad. Stop pretending you don't know Morantz's name. You clearly do.
So fuck all this, dude. I'm sick and tired of this shit. This is beyond just a stock. This is what they did with our money to fraud us, to cover up all the crimes that they did with our fucking money.
It's true.
I'm fucking tired of it.
Yeah.
Everybody's tired of this shit. Fuck that. This is about crime, corruption, greed. This is about the motherfuckers that used our shit with Epstein Island, Doug Sifu, all these people that are involved. You know what?
Again, the crossover with, like, QAnon stuff has become more pronounced in these late... I'm going to call it late stage, but I guess it's kind of like late stage capitalism in that it's in an indefinite late stage. So anyway, yeah, there's a lot of weird grievances that pop up from time to time, it seems now. Lots about weird QAnon vague stuff. And again, I know the Epstein thing was real, but, you know, Q people tend to use that as a euphemism for all their other stuff, because they think it is evidence of a bunch of other stuff that is not true.
Who's sticking their neck out for our community? Bill Pulte. And all those people talk shit about that fucking guy. Guess what? Bill Pulte, he's sticking his neck out for you, me, and everybody else on this show. And everybody that has something to say.
You guys did a whole get-together and spent a bunch of money to go meet the guy, and then he was, in my view, a dick. I don't know, is he sticking up for you?
Hey, that's great. But if you have some...
I'm kind of busy, Morantz, doing this. Maybe another time.
Say that...
We've had a conversation before, and I don't mind talking to you, but I also don't think it would be incredibly productive, to be honest. If you want to stick around, that's fine, but I don't really want to have a chat.
Goes against what really took place.
Sorry, for those who aren't on YouTube, Morantz was in the chat.
On how we were all frauded by all these fucking snake cocksuckers on Wall Street. Then go fuck yourself. You're not a shill, a bot, or a troll. You're
Right
a
on.
fucking scumbag. And that's it. That's all I got to say. You're a fucking scumbag. And control chaos. Guess what?
Who's a fucking scumbag?
You wouldn't say a motherfucking thing to my face about anything. I guarantee that. French toast, you can't even scramble eggs, you fucking little pussy.
I heard it from True Justice. Yeah, go ahead, Control.
I'm invoicing you. I'm invoicing you for that last 15 minutes of my time. Remember my offer to Pete the Pilot? I will send True Justice $825 through Venmo. He promises never to come on the show again.
Pete the Pilot came on and nicely explained to them the reality of the situation when the stocks were deleted. So, speaking of rants, here's a rants video.
So this says, Rants, can you please do a video
Oh
on
no,
fundamental?
not that one. Sorry. Is it this one?
Man, I hear ABC talk every day, right? I hear, who's our other guy that talks all the time? Jackie, who's out in the chat from Canada, and he's Asian too. Don't worry, bro. Talks just like you. Sipping on the same noodles. Yeah, oh, I'm so sorry. Racially insensitive.
That is racially insensitive, Morantz. If you're still here, that's a yikes. Maybe don't do that. Just a tip.
Your EPS estimate was 11 cents. It's too low to me, Giga. It's just too low. I've looked at it every which way. And we're going to go over that rank and file, because somebody out there is telling you that 20 or 30 on a PE ratio is what you need to be aiming for. And I'm telling you, you're crazy.
EPS is earnings per share.
I'll give you this.
So if you were to take like the net earnings of a company and then divide it by the number of outstanding shares, earnings per share.
Example. PE ratios. Where's my receipt?
Or number of shares.
Watch this. I got a receipt here. This is my piece of paper on my desk. A Costco receipt. Oh man, I actually wrote on this. Holy hell, I had this. Guys, I didn't even read what this was. This is a receipt for my wife's wedding ring. Isn't that awesome? Yeah, I'm cheap, guys. I didn't pay no 3 months salary. Or maybe I did. Maybe I'm a janitor. Yeah. I paid
Fucking rude to people who are janitors too. God damn.
$1,800 at Costco. I'm not afraid to show you guys that. $1,800. Can you guys see it? I don't even know.
I'm very happy for you.
I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me see. Yeah, $1,800. Boom. Diamond ring. Got it.
Cool.
Yeah, whatever. Back in the day. Okay, so anyway. PE ratio. Anybody know what the PE ratio of Costco is right now?
Back to PP.
All right, so real quick, DJ with the 10, Dr. Jacques, can you tell us how
They called you a janitor.
it felt when you first saw yourself featured in the Teddy books? You deserve such a recognition. I really do think that Dr. Jacques is Jake.
Hey, Jamie.
There's no way it isn't.
I don't want to go
There's
there.
no
because I don't
way
want
it's
people to
not,
think
dude.
I'm getting full of myself. Like, it was
Oh yeah, they thought at some point, maybe still think that Jake 2B was in a Teddy book? What the hell? Fennikagami says, it's obviously not just MAGA people who do stuff like this, but they just do it the worst. Liberals make that mistake of assuming everyone thinks like them all the time when dealing with fascists. They have to constantly relearn that fascists have a completely different worldview with completely different rules than them. So you can't logic a fascist out of position like you can eventually logic a liberal. Liberal assumes people who disagree are just operating on bad intel, essentially. Yeah.
a cool thing that people brought up. It wouldn't be right of me to comment on that one way or another.
That's definitely you, man. He's got the beautiful hair. Like, that's like the thing. It's like you're a doctor. You're you know,
speak
it's like
French?
Dr.
Someone-
Jake.
I know
They're seeing each other in the books now.
like the Jacques thing. Someone asked me today, like, is that Jake in French? Yes, it is, and I thought it was hilarious.
That's what I'm saying.
Because that Teddy book thing happened like really not long after we were laughing about how to pronounce Deloitte, right? And so I had gone on this rant.
Are they gonna show the
Yeah.
the
Like how,
picture?
like,
Because
we
the
have
for
juxtaposition
he's a
is
defective-
hilarious. No. I want to see the clip where they show it.
Right, Rad Dad,
Can
what's going
everybody
on
see me?
tonight, man? Yeah, what's going on, man? Great to see ya.
That Chick-fil-A, it's great to be here on the PP show.
Right on,
Oh, I
man. It's
didn't
great
think
to
you were
see you
wearing
tonight.
pants for a second there. Oh my gosh, that
Yeah, for a
scared
second
me.
it didn't look like he was wearing pants. I thought I was gonna have to nuke this stream. Nope. Just terrible quality and khaki pants, khaki shorts.
Yeah, I was like, you're gonna get us kicked off YouTube.
What's going on, Rad Dad? What's on your mind tonight, man? You got the Chick-fil-A right on, man. Glad to see it. So what's on your mind tonight, Rad Dad? Let's hear it.
The classiest shirt art in the entire world.
The PP show, that's what's on my mind.
Fuck yeah, man. That fucks, dude. Right
Hey,
on.
Michael, we're brothers. I got the same shirt.
There we go.
Right
Nice.
on, dude. Right on.
It's good
Love
to
it,
be
man.
here.
Love it.
You know, when
Why Chick-fil-A? They like Chick-fil-A. I think Pulte had it at some point. So they bring up mentions of Chick-fil-A and Five Guys because those are two fast food restaurants they had with Pulte.
when I first came on with that mask, I didn't even know who Roaring Kitty was, right? So hold on just a second. I think Grubhub's here. Hold on. Oh, what do we got?
Five Guys.
Oh, we got some
Chick-fil-A.
cow in the house.
Okay, I thought he was also gonna have Five Guys to round out the fast food tinfoil.
House and Chick-fil-A.
Right
Looks
on.
like-
Yeah. From our
we got a
sponsors.
box for Bill Pulte,
Right on.
Salvatore.
Yeah.
Again, it's just them reiterating these symbols that they think mean something but don't. This is most of the show now.
Hell yeah.
Fleetwood Mac and Cheese.
Right on.
Okay, bet.
All right.
And Dewey and Beans is always in the house. We know that, right?
All right.
think
Right
it's
on.
like-
Right on.
Trying to be like Jake earlier in the week. I let my hair go, my beard go this week. He's not
There
here.
you go. There you go.
Love you, Jake. I'm gonna move a little faster. I'm having that way we can get it done. I'm having little mini cherry martinis. With
Wow, those look
martini and Rossi.
delicious, man.
Yes,
Enjoy, man. Enjoy. Cheers.
I think that's gonna help. Okay, so let's go. I got some mayonnaise here for my hot dog tonight.
What the
All right.
fuck?
Hell, why not put a little bit of Chick-fil-A sauce on
Hell
that
yeah,
too,
man.
right?
Right on. Throw that on there, man. Throw that on there. There we go. Oh my God.
This
Throw
one's
that
for-
on there, man.
This one's for Fleetwood Mac and Cheese.
All right, we got the
Oh, man.
Velveeta. Oh my God, dude.
I can't watch you. You're an animal. You are an animal.
It's the ASMR part of the
can't
show, all
stop
right?
looking.
All right, here's your ASMR.
All right, hold on a second.
Oh my God.
So I kind of wanted to celebrate Plur a little bit.
Right
seeing
on.
as
Yeah,
Plur's
yeah.
not
Let's
around.
celebrate Purr.
Where's
Hell yeah.
Plur?
Didn't Plur shit all over PP at some point? I thought there was a whole thing where Plur showed up on the Kais show, whatever Kais calls his live show, and like said bad things about PP.
You know,
Yeah.
so
You're the fuck is Plur?
Has PP developed dignity yet? Unfortunately, no.
yeah, we miss Plur. You know,
Neither have I though, so can't really judge glass houses and all that.
he'll be there when we get our watermelon, of course, right?
Definitely. Absolutely.
And you know, we love GameStop.
Absolutely.
We're never gonna
100%.
stop, so let's go, right?
Right on. Right on.
Plur's someone who used to come on their show. Maybe he still does. I don't know.
And I hear that it's somebody's
It's just a meme. It became a meme. Where's Plur?
birthday in the house tonight. I want
Do
to
any of you
shout
know where the bats are?
out a happy birthday to Mr.
Chad.
Mojo.
Yeah, right on.
Hell
Happy
yeah.
birthday, Chad.
Woo! Let's go!
All right, right
Happy
on.
birthday.
All right. Enough of that. Oh God.
Don't like AMC.
Here's some of Kais's show, I think.
I still got stuff in there. They're all
Oh, maybe not. Kais is in this live though, in this spaces.
moving the same, controlled.
PHM went down almost $6. It's a fucking great buy right now. I bought. I mean, I'm not rich, but I bought 6 extra shares today. It's a great buy. GME at what? Trading right now $14.11. That's thanks to those idiots. We have an opportunity to
It wasn't copyright, it was a trademark, and I don't know if he's still holding that over his head.
buy.
For those who don't know, Kais filed the trademark for the PP show for PP, but then they had a falling out, and Kais had his name on all the trademarks. So for a while, he was threatening PP and saying he was going to, like, sue him and send cease and desists to stop using the PP show name because Kais had trademarked it for him. Just drama. Stromboli with 34 months says 34 months. That's like 3 stream babies and at least 1 late-term abortion.
It's buy and hold for the beyond.
Hey, Caius.
Yes, sir.
Quick question. Just wondering what you think's would be a good price target, or say a fair valuation of PHM.
PHM being Pulte Home Group. Bill Pulte, who hasn't been around as much. It's his family's company. He's not a part of it, but he wants to be. He's very upset that the company his grandfather founded, he's not a part of it anymore because it's a publicly traded company, and he, you know, used to be on the board, but then wasn't. Whatever that means. So, he's pretty upsetty spaghetti, and it seems that he tried, or has been trying, perhaps, speculatively, trying to use this community, or the Bed Bath & Beyond community specifically, what of it still exists, to bully his family's former company, which is now publicly traded, into putting him back on the board or appointing him CEO, even though he is not qualified to do those things, in my opinion. Aaliyah, thanks for gifting a sub.
Kind of thoughts with it setting all-time highs and going up is, I think that there,
Listen.
besides some people playing the long
Bill,
game, I believe that there is shorts that have been piled on there with BCG plans where they had planned to take over or crash PHM from years ago. But
Yeah.
since they planned, they realize it's not going to come to fruition. They're bailing out of their shorts, and therefore the ask is getting slapped, sending it to new highs.
Yeah. Okay, so it's not me who said that, and it's not a financial advice. But Bill Pulte said once there is no reason why this company is not valued at $50 billion. What's the market cap right now? Like 20 billion?
Yeah, I think something around there.
All
I
right.
don't remember the exact numbers.
So you got way up to go. Minimum 200 something.
Someone once said a thing, therefore it must be true, is basically what he just said. Someone said it should have this valuation, so why doesn't it?
So it's a great investment, and what's good is if that CEO, can you believe, guys, that CEO cashes every day. He's sitting in there every single day. Let me first ask, how?
To be clear, Pulte Home Group stock is doing fine. In fact, it's doing better than it ever was when Pulte was actually a part of the company. It's doing great. Like, if you care about that kind of thing, I don't. I don't care about the stock price of some shitty fucking home company. But if you're a shareholder, I assume you do. And that's who matters here, not Kais or Pulte's minions being mad that their online friend isn't in charge of a company.
How much does the president of the United States get paid as a salary?
$200-something thousand a year, I think.
Monthly. Anybody know?
Oh, monthly? I don't know. I think it's 400.
Is Kais under the opinion that the president should make a ton of money?
Per year. Yeah, how much monthly?
Jason's got it.
It's like
Strange
35.
argument.
Because, like, if you look at the timeline.
So again, Ryan Cohen allegedly dumped a bunch of this Bed Bath & Beyond stock on these guys and left them holding the bags, although they didn't really want to let go anyway because of their delusions. And they're still in denial. This is from 5 days ago.
It really makes no sense. I mean, with everything that has essentially happened, and then if you couple it in, he had the same sale date as Gustavo as well, right? So they basically timed their sales on essentially like the same date as well.
Yeah.
Which means he knew that they knew, you know, like it was like this, like, I know that you know that I know that you guys are all involved in this fraudulent ass shit. when the stock is like running and pumping, and they like, especially like with the CFOs, like he had timed it like a little too perfect, because though that was also in advance, right, for Gustavo Arnal, but it was a little too perfect to where he nailed it, like when the stock would run and he sold out. So I do think that Ryan Cohen knew that, some of the people on the board were in fact nefarious. Because like if
That's a lot of words that meant basically just, I don't want to believe that Ryan Cohen just left the company and left us holding the bags.
Definitely.
They're very confused about tax season because, of course, they have realized losses. Because, Bed Bath & Beyond went out of business, went bankrupt, and as per their finalized bankruptcy plan, the shares were canceled, deleted, wiped out. They don't have shares, so any amount of shares that they had, they can write off as realized losses on their taxes. Of course, that's a good thing generally, but to these people, that's not good, because they don't want it to be over, and if it's a realized loss, that means there's no opportunity for them to win, and for them to suddenly get money by Bed Bath & Beyond, like, giving them money, coming back to life, giving them, equity in some new entity. So here they are talking about it.
Reach out, this is a pretty complicated situation, and so I'm personally going to reach out to a CPA, whereas I normally would do my own taxes.
The CPA is just going to tell you to use it and that the stock is gone, if they care to enlighten you about that. Giving you a tax break for no reason. They're not just doing it out of the kindness of their heart.
Matter, and it does have repercussions on the future of our holdings. So,
quick question: as a TurboTax user, hey.
Yeah, I'm a tax user.
And also Canadian. So did any of our tax stuff come out yet? Because I have like 3 different accounts and I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing.
I think Fidelity's came out today, but some people were saying that theirs are delayed as well. I haven't checked because I haven't officially done all my tax stuff with my stocks, but I haven't really looked into it yet. And honestly, I didn't even know what Chad was even talking about until he just mentioned it. I thought that we were supposed to just wait for our tax forms to come in and just file them, but now I'm a little bit worried how I'm supposed to even go about it.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. That's what I thought we were supposed to wait.
That's the whole point.
Wait,
right?
Are we supposed to wait, or?
I don't think anybody has a clear answer right now. So this would be
there is an answer.
I mean, we could go back to the drama if we wanted to, but
no, I don't want to do that.
Good call. Good call.
I just want to ask how
H-Spirit says, you're wrong, Hannah. As far as they're concerned, they're about to become billionaires, so the government will just give them tax breaks out of the kindness of their hearts. Fair enough.
Losses are not claiming losses. Makes any difference for the broker.
It's like the dead parrot sketch, except the customer won't take the hint. This is a former company.
Because in my opinion, it makes no difference.
Froze up. Why? Oh, it was the recording, I think. It's his internet.
The broker later change, and you have to change your file an amendment. So this whole history that we shouldn't do that, I don't understand. I really don't. I don't know if Travis, who is an accountant, maybe can comment that at some point this week on the show. But for me, it makes no sense. The only thing that I think can be a problem is that if you call the broker and you ask for a courtesy close, like Sparkles has recommended, then nobody's going to do it.
Yeah, Daniel, I don't think anybody's recommending anything in particular at this point. I think what I would recommend is do more research, reach out to a CPA, and if there's anybody in the community that is a CPA that
I'd hope if you're a CPA, you're not in this community. Oh, no. I think you should get unseed. Penny Kagami says, so now that Trump's air of invincibility has been shattered by both the 83 million defamation case and his 355 million fraud case losses, conservatives are coping by claiming that a mass exodus of businesses is going to happen in New York now. Their evidence, as far as I can tell, $1 trillion worth of businesses leaving like 3 years ago, and even now, New York is the head of our economy, but their feelings don't care about facts. I saw the trucker thing, too. Yeah, I don't know how to break it to him. I don't think New Yorkers liked Trump very much in the first place, so...
Wants to speak on these matters that can do so confidently. I'm
Hey,
sure that would
Cappy.
be helpful
Glad you can
information.
make it.
I'm just not going to do anything right now in terms of acting on it, or making any kind of action personally. But
Well, I'll have to file an extension, and I think before the extension runs out, this play is gonna go one way or another.
Oh yeah, some of them filed tax extensions, hoping that by the time the extension runs out, which I think is 6 months, I think an extension standard is like 6 months. I could be wrong. Not a tax professional. I had to do that like 1 year, like a decade ago. I think it was like 6 months. I'm not sure though. Either way, that's not gonna help him. Nothing's gonna happen in the meantime. Stock's dead.
Yeah, we'll get Travis on the show this week to maybe go over some tax stuff. And remember that, like, you know, Travis is not like a professional, you
6
know, when
months,
it comes
states have
to
different
like
rules.
filing personal taxes, things like that.
Yeah.
So people need to understand that his findings can also be slightly incorrect. So, I mean, nobody should, you know, if anybody is worried about it, they should seek the avenues of contacting an actual CPA. But Travis is more than welcome to lend his opinion.
I don't think I want Travis's opinion.
We had a question here from Skirt to Bill Pulte with the 20. Appreciate the love, man. PP, please ask Bill, what can we do? I'm not asking him to incite an insurrection, but we are really pissed off.
CPA is a certified public accountant. Or certified public asshole, I guess, depending on the context. The other context is the stage musical, The Producers.
And want our money. What would you say to that, Pulte?
How is that? How can you help? First of all, I think support the PP show. Number one. Number two, support the DD writers. Number three, help people like Michael instead of shitting on him. At least he's doing something with his 10K.
Amen.
And
oh, I forgot to tell you guys, Bill Pulte gave Michael $10,000 to pursue a lawsuit to try and get them money. And there's drama about that, because anytime money is involved, you know, people, So there have been questions about, Michael, what are you doing with that money? How's the lawsuit going?
I would say support me, but because then I'll get accused of God knows what. I'd say just don't hate on me publicly, because then you just give Gasparino and these guys, you know, ammunition to do whatever.
We had a question here from Skirt to Bill Pulte with the 20. Appreciate the... I personally believe that whoever the backstage RC guy is has to know something. He has to know.
Oh, this is so stupid. I'm sorry, there are so many stupid things I forget to explain. So for a while, since the last time we covered this, there was someone who I assume is a troll, kept coming into their, like, backstage area, because they just post the link on their, like, live streams, because anyone is supposed to be able to click the link and go in. So someone named Backstage RC was going into their, like, digital backstage area and leaving, like, cryptic messages. I don't know if they speculated this was actual Ryan Cohen or what. It's someone fucking with them, I think. And they fell for it hook, line, and sinker. So
enough that we are not going to zero. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I mean, look at the people who
why won't a rich man drop 10K on you? I know, it's a shame.
Have fucking assimilated
it's all of
or
our
even
plight that some random rich person won't just come and throw a 10 grand at us.
Been a part of this play.
If there's any secret rich people out there, I am willing to take your money. I will not provide you anything in return, but I will take your money.
Hey, fucking with Bill Pulte, right? He gets Larry Cheng on the show. Larry fucking Cheng, of all people out there. Okay.
Larry Cheng, friends with Ryan Cohen, both worked at GameStop. I think Larry Cheng still works at GameStop. Anyway, he teleconferenced in and talked for a bit, did a Q&A during the live Pulte thing in Florida. And it seemed like he was like hired or told this was just some conference that he was doing a speaking engagement at. He didn't confirm any of the things these guys believe.
Okay.
Except maybe costume days. True. Overthought with 100 bits says, best I can do is some biddies. That's almost as good as $10,000. Thank you.
With the PP show. What does that fucking tell you out there? And let's be real, okay? Larry Cheng and RC are linked together, man. Those guys are close as fuck. There's no doubt about it. Look, Larry Cheng's the one who helped RC when he started Chewy. Guess what? They ran fucking Dragonfly together. All right? That's another thing. They are board members on GameStop.
Reachology with 50 bits, or 45 bits says, best I can do. Don't spend it all at once. I'll do my best. Bittergrin says, Cheng felt like someone hired for a cameo. Yeah, it had that vibe of, I've been paid to be here for 15 minutes. And I'm not going to say anything controversial or offensive. It's going to be corporate pap.
The fact that Larry Cheng would even associate with this show tells me everything.
I don't think he knew it was your show.
I need to know about how this will play out. This is someone incredibly close to RC. Let me tell you this. RC has been being sued for over a year, okay, for this pump and dump bullshit. And guess what? The PP show has been...
There are people that drop 40 memberships a day. Isn't that rich enough? That's true.
...doing for the last year. We've been sitting here talking nonstop about Ryan Cohen's involvement in Bed Bath & Beyond. That's what the whole entire show and whole entire subreddit of 20,000 members that we used to have talks about, okay? The involvement of Ryan Cohen, the involvement that he has not left, that he has not sold and simply said, fuck this, I'm out. I don't think it's that cut and dry, which leads me to believe that if Larry Cheng was asked to come on PP Show, I believe that Larry Cheng, out of respect, considering the type of guy that he is, he goes to RC and he has to seek approval, I bet. He probably checked with RC.
How's
Look,
Travis? It seems like he's plodding along. I don't really know. Again, I've seen these clips. I haven't watched full PP shows in a long time just because, like, they're just doing the same thing. That's why we're hitting the highlights.
These guys, you know, there's Bill Pulte.
I hope he's doing better because, like, Travis seemed like he was not doing well, you know?
And like this people,
I mean, he's still here, so obviously he's not doing great, but like emotionally he was like seemed very depressed and stuff. Unfortunately, he's still in this delusional group, which is probably just shoving those feelings down more than anything.
Guy who's slapping people with cocks and dildos on stage, should I do it? And I think maybe a couple days or a week, I don't know how long it was planned, I didn't ask those specifics. But I think he had to get, or didn't have to get approval. He wanted approval from RC. So the only thing that I could...
These are the highlights? Oh, yeah.
...think of is that RC is being sued for a pump and dump case. If he did not want his name being tied to this Bed Bath stuff and he just wants to end the lawsuit and move on and we're all fucking crazy, I guarantee every single one of you out there that Larry Cheng would have not came onto the show. He assimilated and came on the show, and now we have an interview with him on the PP show, or that we've seen. It was a short one. There wasn't a lot of time. I get it. You know, some people out there didn't like the question I asked Larry about slapping people with dildos, things like that. You know,
He did ask him about dildos, didn't he?
Reason is because I couldn't ask the actual stuff I wanted to ask. And I wanted to respect, obviously, Pulte and also Larry Cheng for taking the time to...
Why is there stripper on Travis's name? Because he used to be a stripper and they make jokes about it. They call him Travis the Stripper. Because he used to strip.
Arrange something like this. And of course, I wasn't just going to start asking tinfoil. You know, the number one thing I wanted to know that I was going to ask Larry, why did you dissolve Dragonfly with RC? That was a strong question, but I went with the comedy side. You know, I had fun with Larry. You know, I was just joking around, things like that. Because, you know, when you're on the spot, there's cameras, there's 300 fucking people. Your mind is not like, you can't really, you know, like when we interview guests on the show, it's a lot easier to kind of figure out what you're going to ask. But when you're kind of thrown on the spot, I just decided to have some fun with Larry. All right. And I think Larry enjoyed it, man.
I don't think he did. I did not get the impression that Larry enjoyed it. Can I actually pull that clip up? Give me a sec. I know I have this saved around here somewhere.
Fellas, how?
Where's the Larry Cheng stuff? It's around here somewhere. Here it comes.
I have this, buddy. Group is a greatest in that company.
How old are you, Larry? Because I didn't look it up, but you look young as hell. 48. 48. Wow, you look good at 48.
You've been very close to Ryan, and you know how great Ted Cohen was, and how he was close to his kids. Did you have the chance to meet Ted Cohen?
I did not.
Okay, but I'm sure you heard Ryan talking about his father.
I think it's best for Ryan to talk about his father. All I will say is that his father is an inspiration to him.
Very good.
He asked him about his friend, business associate's dead father.
Why don't we go down in the crowd here? We'll get a couple audience questions.
Oh no, did they not have the PP asking him about the dildos thing? Larry. Oops. Larry Cheng. PP show. I don't know, someone clipped that out by chance. PP show. What did they call it? Just put Palte, I'm sure it'll come up. It's gotta be on there somewhere. He must have the whole live stream, right? Oh, this was.
What would you do me?
Where was Larry?
As contrarian as they come. So he's an independent thinker. He is not afraid.
And I don't know
how he was
I don't honestly. I didn't
heard of the PP show before.
His father.
You know, some things that you heard from him about his father.
I think it's best for Ryan to talk about his father. All I will say is that his father is an inspiration to him.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Larry. All right, anyone else?
PP, ask about the dildos, you coward.
Yeah, had you heard of the PP show before tonight or no, Larry?
I have.
Okay. Oh, really?
I think.
What do you think about the PP show, Larry?
I didn't know much, but I think I saw Bill. You went on it once, right?
What's that? Say that again.
Bill, you went on it once, right? That's not someone who knows they're on the show right now, is it? PP's like, he came on the PP show. He clearly doesn't know he's on the PP show right now, because he just said, Bill, you were on the PP show, right? That's not what you say when you're currently on the show they're talking about. He has no fucking idea. Finikagami says, so what I'm gathering from all of this, either PP and his audience are going to commit tax fraud, or they're going to fail to collect a bunch of money back when they file their taxes. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
You went on it once.
Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Yes, I think that's where it came across my radar.
Very good.
I just have a question pertaining to Ryan Cohen. It's
Ask me first. That was the thing.
He's screening all of the questions because he knows that, like, we can't have them say too crazy stuff.
All right, so based on
feel free not to answer it. This is very generic, but still.
So based off, you know Ryan Cohen's humor and things like that. In your opinion, and again, you can't speak on behalf of Ryan Cohen. Do you think he likes the PP show where we slap people with dildos, things like that? Or...
Oh, come on! I don't think he can answer that.
Oh, come on! He says in pain.
I specifically asked him about that, so I can't answer.
Right on.
Well, thank you for
right on. Very professional, PP. Very professional.
But you know, the thing is that there's no fucking way that Larry Cheng would have came on the show.
He didn't know he was on the show.
I know.
At least that's what it seems like to me.
That Larry Cheng, considering the type of person he is, he would have reached out to RC. RC would have said, fuck that. These guys are fucking nuts. These guys are crazy. I have nothing to do with Bed Bath & Beyond. Look, he would have probably told Larry, I'm being sued for the last fucking year. Fuck this. And Larry probably would have been like, all right, bet. No worries. That's not what happened. I guarantee you guys out there, I can't guarantee it, but I can only speculate. But I have a very large suspicion that RC greenlit that interview as well with Larry Cheng on the show. Again, they're very close individuals together. They have a history of working
Travis is just like, yeah, that makes sense based on no evidence, and that it just makes me feel good.
together. He's the first person that invested in Ryan Cohen when Ryan Cohen.
The problem with motivated thinking, you don't think straight.
Was not really anybody out there, right? He was just Ryan Cohen. Just he had a dream and a vision, and Larry Cheng's one of the first people who believed in him. So that is essentially how I approach it. I think that, I think that we're good. If you ask me, I think that RC probably most likely already has this in the bag via 6th Street or maybe something else, but there's no way to confirm any of this, right? We can only speculate, but let's be honest, man. We've been talking about Ryan Cohen being involved for over a year. Who the fuck would want to associate with a bunch of crazy guys like us if we're wrong? If we're so far off the target,
quality people like Bill Pulte, apparently.
Why the fuck would you even want to associate with us? And I think that's a very valid question. And I think those are the types of questions people should really be asking yourselves at home. Do you really think Pulte came in here to fuck us around, things like that, and throw us to the side?
I think he thought he could use you and underestimated his inability to use you properly. Let's put it that way.
I just want to show this a little bit.
God, more tinfoil.
I just want to show this a little bit of TA tinfoil.
Uh-huh.
Recovering the stolen toys. Right there, it looked like a trend line to me where Mario was swinging around it and then going up. So I just want to show this a little bit of TA tinfoil.
Uh-huh.
Recovering the stolen toys. Right there, it looked like a trend line to me where Mario was swinging around it and then going up.
So he thinks that vaguely looked like a stock thing, so that's great. Jen Graham with £2 says, it's just a little bankrupt. It's still good. It's still good.
Today, guys, is not a regular day. We're not doing that.
I have a standstill with the company. I'm always looking for opportunities.
Bed Bath & Beyond, this great company.
Ultimately, sold.
Saving that.
Balls, hard, big balls, why? Ties and suits, suits and ties. Does that make them smarter than you? Who are the hedge funds? Idiots. Suits and ties.
I know it's really hard to believe because all my deity is based on children's book. Believe it or not, right?
Me too.
I know it's really hard to believe because all my deity is based on children's book. Believe it or not, right?
Me too.
Yeah, that's crazy as shit.
All my DD,
Right.
the very
Yeah.
foundation of Bed Bath & Beyond's DD, which a lot of people have drawn inspiration from my DD, which I absolutely love, is based on children's books. So at the end of the day, if we're saying like, what's the DD about? It's based on children's book.
Yeah.
Carl Scholar Rose, the very first connection I found as a solid connection to Carl Icahn, right, came from a children's book because I analyzed the patterns on Teddy.
That's
a Teddy
awesome.
illustration.
His tinfoil
from
hat
Make
isn't as good as mine.
Thanksgiving
I'll have you
Gravy.
know.
Yeah.
It was the most unique tweak that Ryan Cohn tweeted. It was custom made for him.
Yeah.
And I analyzed
How
the
much money have
drawings on
these guys
Teddy's shirt
wasted
because
on this?
The patterns there, the blues, the different blues of
From thousands to tens, and I've even seen a few that claim hundreds of thousands.
shade represent Hudson Bay Capital.
Do they think Nintendo are helping save BBBY, or do they not realize that trailer wasn't made by GameStop? They just think it's all connected. It's a conspiracy, so it all exists within a web. Nothing is a coincidence or a coincidence. They made a pun out of Ryan Cohen's name and coincidence, so it's a coincidence. You get it. It looks better in writing.
One, it represents
Or
also
sounds better with someone with a better mouth.
Riley Securities, and the second one, right? It also represented Bye Bye Baby, another one.
Yeah.
So all of these things represented it, and also Icon Enterprises is also a lighter shade of blue.
Hats
But-
off,
And at the end of the day, when
phraseology.
I was writing up that DD,
What
I
would you
thought,
like me to wear?
Maybe I'm absolutely crazy.
And if you're gonna say a tinfoil hat, which one? Do you want the horns? Do you want the classic foil hat? Do you want the what else do I have? I think I have a foil tiara around here somewhere. It's up to you.
And I'm studying a children's book to write DD. The correct part is,
Yeah.
when I ended up looking through all the SEC filings, they're all interconnected.
I swear, those fucking Teddy books, man, there's something most certainly there.
I know.
Video? Okay.
Oh, one of them going to check out a former Bed Bath & Beyond distribution center 17 days ago?
This is us going to 2900 South Valley Parkway.
In 600 feet, turn left.
Obviously, we just took a wrong turn. It's not that we're trespassing or anything like that.
Tiara? I was afraid you'd say that. I don't know where it is, but I'll find it. I guess I have this one too, but it's pretty broken. But I'll look for the tiara.
This is supposed to be the location for BBBY TF. Make sure I'm having the video.
Is it Spirit Halloween yet? The retail locations were the October after they went bankrupt because they closed down at the end of September. So yeah, some of them did become Spirit Halloweens. But this is a distribution center, not a retail location.
Dox myself. We got 1, 2, 3 cars here at the docking station. Maybe some more around the corner. No marks. The signs on the front. We should show this. No, you know, where it looks like they put the name of the company. There was nothing there. Oh, it's open. Nothing in there. Looks like construction. Maybe we'll go back by that. Oh, did say it was restricted area. Got some more cars over here.
I cannot find the tiara. Would either the tinfoil Santa hat, this kind of fucked up crown, or horns work? Sorry. That's my fault.
Get out of here soon, but let's see if any of these docks are open. The docks open. Got just
Been stressed out, man. I've been stressed out, but
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
I mean, it's all good.
Yeah.
I mean, everything's gonna work out. Like everything's gonna be.
I
good.
think so. I'm
I think
convinced
so.
of it, man.
I
You know,
think
I just found the tiara.
none of this would make fucking
Just found it. I see it. Professional streamer mode activate.
sense if we just go to zero. No fucking
No
goddamn
fucking
chance.
way, people.
There's no
You
chance.
fucking
It's a
drinking.
zero. Look, if you ask my honest opinion, 0% likelihood that we get
0%.
nothing. All right.
I love when you drink, PP, because you fucking.
We're there. You got nothing. It's over. This is deep, because, like, there's so many delusions that are, like... There are a lot of conspiracy theories, but a lot of the time they're about big, like, overarching conspiracies about the world, and, like, even stuff like Flat Earth ultimately has, like, a lot of cosmological significance to the nature of the universe. This is literally a conspiracy theory about Bed Bath & Beyond stock. And this is where we are. Completely unable to admit that they lost.
You give me crumbs. Nah, that's it. You're right.
That's
no
how I
fucking
feel
way.
about it, man.
There's no
Yeah.
fucking way.
No fucking chance.
I'm concerned
Hit
about
the
the amount of drinking that happens on the show now, too. Like, they're adults, it's their business. But as a recovering alcoholic, I haven't drank in years, which is great. Concerns me that they're getting desperate, and a lot of them are probably dealing with a lot of difficult feelings. the personalities I see on display on the show do not indicate to me an emotional maturity to work through these issues in a healthy way. So I am concerned when I see the constant drinking on the show that it's a coping mechanism for many of them. And that's sad and concerning.
Goddamn bottle. Excellent, man. Right on. That's what we like to see in the PB show. Anything else you want to add, Carrie or Michael? If you want to add, go ahead. Love to hear it, and then
That's not fun. Been there. Oh.
we'll go ahead and wrap up.
Hey, if you're out there, by the way, I've been through a drinking problem, like I said. Been sober many years. If you are in that situation, there is help. You can get through it. I never thought I could. You can. You're okay. There are resources out there. Seek out help, and there will be people to help you. I know it sucks, but like...
Up some of this deep.
We'll always be here. No matter what happens, PB, bro, I will always support you.
Right on. I appreciate it.
If we go to fucking zero, bro, I will always support you.
They say that in the same way that they say this isn't financial advice, Mr. Blast, but, like, the things they say imply otherwise.
Right on, man. Glad to hear it, but rest assured, again, in my own opinion, I don't think that's going to happen. So, but I appreciate the kind words, Carrie. Love doing the show. Love having you on. With that being said, anything else you want to add on your way out, Carrie, tonight? I hope your brother's doing better. Anything else you want to add on your way out? Let's hear it.
I just wanted to say I love my brother Jason, and I'm going to been stressed out, man. I've been stressed out, but
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
I mean, it's all good.
Yeah.
I mean, everything's gonna work out. Like everything's gonna be good.
I think so. I'm convinced of it, man. You know, none of the.
Oh, this one's really sad.
So I guess what I'm asking.
This is also the guy who was talking about like QAnon adjacent stuff. I'm assuming this is, I don't know if it's developing or is already developed, but there's some sort of like a lot of pattern recognition going on where you shouldn't. And the fact that he is also doing QAnon adjacent stuff makes me feel like he may be into that. And obviously this is a conspiratorial community. What he's about to say feels beyond just delusional cult-like behavior, but actual indications of potential mental illness, and that's concerning.
Have you guys seen the recent screensaver on Roku?
He's seeing messages that he thinks are for them in his Roku screensavers. Which, again, is indicative of, like, beyond just delusional thinking and just, like, outright delusions and paranoia and stuff linked to actual mental illness. And not just delusional thinking, but actual, like, pathologic stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So this...
Even PP with that, is like, oh boy. Yeah.
Roku, I got Roku, and I think it was like 2017.
I know they change. It's not that the screensaver changed, it's that he thinks it's sending him messages.
And it's the screensaver, it's like purple, and it shows these buildings and these guys with white eyes looking like Oscar the Grouch hiding in fucking garbage cans and shit.
PP should know better than this, by the way. The fact that PP has this guy on his show regularly, and I already didn't like PP, obviously, but at this point he's scraping the bottom of the barrel and just using people, like, with mental illness to create content for his show. Nasty shit.
Do you know what I'm talking about, Michael?
I mean, I haven't seen. I just saw someone post a DD on connecting. It was like Teddy with and Legos.
The recent one, they keep adding things to the screensaver, and I mean, you know, as far as I can remember back, like when a screensaver came out, that was the screensaver. This is the only screensaver that I've ever seen where they incrementally add like month after month and year after year.
Hope he gets help.
But hey, I want to talk about a couple things today. Aside from that, I want to let you know the new format of this show. What I will be doing from now on, I will not be opening up the Discord for conversation with people. And this is not because I'm afraid of what someone might say or I can't handle a debate. You guys know that it's been great when we go back and forth with the Meltdowners, whatever it may be. But I need to limit the interaction I have with people more so than just put out the message, the videos, and let them sit out there like that. That interaction, that brash, one-on-one, mano-a-mano, I don't need it. You don't need it. I don't need it.
That's interesting because that was 6 days ago, but Morantz was here earlier asking to talk. Guess he changed his mind. Oh, another sad thing. This is sad. I'm not making fun of it. I am trying to illustrate through my content, again, how devastating and bad this stuff can get, and in subtle ways. Here's PP. Again, this relates to the drinking issue.
PETA 2.0 with the 2. It's my B-day today. Can you take a swig for me? Oh, shit. It's Pete's birthday. We got to take an old swig of the goddamn bottle. All right. It's Pete's birthday. All right. Of the goddamn bottle. All right. It's Pete's birthday.
What did she say? Is it in the other ear? I remember when I listened to this on my phone, it was more audible. She was like, it's 10 a.m. or something. Hold on. Or it's a Monday?
It's Pete's birthday. We got to take an old swig of the goddamn bottle. All right. It's Pete's birthday. All right. Cheers, Petey boy.
It's literally Monday.
There it is.
Ooh. More the reason to drink. All right. That was for Pete. Right on, Pete. Happy birthday. Chat, let's get some love for Pete in the chat.
I am so concerned for all of these people.
Than just speculation, right? Because like let's say that they reject the case, like I could have to pay for their lawyer fees or whatnot, or be sued for libel.
Well, I know they invest in real stocks because they're not interested in making money over a long period of time with a long investment. If they wanted to do that, they could get into some kind of fund. They are interested in a mythology in which overnight they can become incredibly wealthy. Yes, there used to be a subreddit that was PP Show, and then that got banned and they moved over to the Teddy subreddit.
Whatever. So it's not like I could just kind of rush in with having.
This is easier, yes. It gives them a narrative of they're the good guys. They're the underdogs fighting these giant hedge funds, which, yes, hedge funds are like, I get it. I get our economy is not like a perfect thing and everything goes great. I know it sucks. I understand. But they do this and paint them as like Disney villains and act as though they can defeat them by investing in Bed Bath & Beyond or GameStop or whatever. It's a convoluted mythology. If you don't already know about the short selling and why they think this is, just know it doesn't really matter why they think this is. What matters is what they think and why they need to think it. What they need to think is, for one reason or another, they're lonely or upset with their lives or recognize an inequality that exists in the world, and they see a narrative and opportunity which, if they take it, they believe they can suddenly be thrust into this upper echelon of wealth, of importance, to be seen and heard and have power, agency. They don't feel that, so they join this community that pulls them further and further into this narrative long after the time that it's been proven that their thesis was wrong. It's sad.
Having things. So to frame up the whole picture.
Yeah, PP's the only one who made money here, pretty much, because he made money off donations and continues to.
When so much is kind of hidden, it is difficult, but it is coming together. And
have you paid an attorney yet?
I have not found an attorney. I have reached out to a lot of attorneys. I even just talked to a friend that's a judge in another state, and he's going to try and connect me with one of his friends that does bankruptcy stuff. So I'm compiling it all because I can't, it would be so much to pay someone else to do all the due diligence and make the case, right? So it's like I'm gathering it all.
I'm guessing every time he's tried to talk to any lawyer about this, they basically explained, hey, there's nothing we can do. This, like, the plan happened, There's nothing that you legally can do here. You're not even a shareholder anymore.
All writing it up.
But I assume he doesn't want to say that for obvious reasons. Hbird says, I'm looking at the Roku screensaver now. It shows a cityscape with a bay, and that bay is both a pirate ship being attacked by a kraken, like the kraken Sidney Powell was going to release. It also shows a silhouette of the submarine Red October from the movie, which was a Russian submarine, so clearly this is a message that Sidney Powell's evidence of a stolen election will be released by a Russian submarine. It almost makes too much sense. More so than that, that movie was actually based on a Jack Reacher novel. So Jack Reacher, played by John Krasinski, who was in The Office with Steve Carell, was in Get Smart, which is a movie based on a old sitcom about clandestine secret agencies. And in the intro, they had a phone booth that the bottom dropped out, and it took you down into the secret base. So the actual message is that invest in phone booth companies. Jack Ryan, not Jack Reacher. You get the bit either way, god damn it.
And whatnot, and then, you know, having a lawyer help me that last part instead of paying them astronomical amounts to do the whole thing.
Right. So, and I know that essentially Pulte, I think, has stated that if you give the money to an attorney and they spend through it, that he would be willing to put more towards the lawsuit. Is that right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm sure if I needed to raise funds, like if I'm ready to press the button, go, like, I'm sure I could, you know, people from the community have already said they would support me.
Yeah.
If I chose to do that, which I have not chosen to do that yet, but
right.
Yeah.
Cool. Dildo enthusiast says Michael took the 10K to the casino. You probably doubled it up, man.
I have more than 10K in my life, but I will say that
Cool.
my RUM calls that I bought on Friday, I bought $100 worth, turned into $500. So
Holy shit!
that was
What
cool.
calls?
I bought some Rumble calls on
Rumble
Friday,
calls.
and yeah,
Nice.
$100 turned into $500. So
Right
got all
on,
that.
man. Right on.
Right.
All right.
Rumble's the site we use often. That's like where a lot of conspiracy theorists and right-wingers go to post videos instead of YouTube, because they want to post stuff that's against YouTube terms of service. Fenekagami says, and remember, Archer isn't a Bond parody. He's the most book-accurate version of Bond that exists.
But
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
it's all good.
Yeah.
I mean, everything's gonna work out. Like everything's gonna be good.
I think so. I'm
I think
convinced
so.
of it, man.
I
You know,
think so too.
none of this would make fucking sense if we just go to zero. No fucking
No
goddamn
fucking
chance.
way,
There's no
Keep
chance.
fucking
It's a
drinking.
zero. Look, if you ask my honest opinion, 0% likelihood that we get
0%.
nothing. All right.
I love when you drink, PP, because you fucking give me
This is a
crumbs.
slightly longer of the
Nah, that's it. You're right.
That's
no
how I
fucking
feel
way.
about it, man.
There's no
Yeah.
fucking way.
No fucking chance. Hit the goddamn bottle. Excellent, man. Right on. That's what we like.
And realize I'm like the third little pig, right? I'm the one building it brick by brick. That's what you can call me at this point. But I'll tell you something, all you naysayers out there, I'm not talking about a company that's riddled with private equity, where the CEO.
What happened to his windsock? Marantz, where'd your thing go? That's why this is important.
is manipulating people, where it's constant misinformation. No. I'm talking about investment that I make personally based off of the fundamentals that I see. Whether or not you agree to the price, you think it's overpriced, that's negotiable. Like we can literally negotiate on price because you feel like, hey, this is what I'll sell it for. The sales price is just an agreement between two people.
Yes?
They agree to sell it at that price and you agree to buy it at that price. How is that fundamentally wrong for people to understand, or they're up in arms that somebody says, yeah, you know what? I bought it at that price. I bought it at 14. I bought it at 12. I bought it at 10. Hell, what did I buy it at, guys? I've bought it at all the way up at $200 a share.
That probably wasn't a good decision.
When it was split, was at $50 a share right now. So from 50 on down, I've bought the stock before. Does that make any difference of what the company is?
It makes a difference if you've made money, if your investment has been worth it. Which it hasn't been, it doesn't seem like. That's just my view.
The company's still the company. The company's still being run.
Right, and the company's being shrunk and shrunk and shrunk and downsized because their footprint's too big for the want for their product.
Properly. And the fundamentals are reducing, they're...
His bags are super heavy. Why do you think he hangs them up on his wall? He can't even carry them anymore. He's just got to put them up.
Producing profits. So at what point is it okay to talk about the company in a positive light? Or
you can talk, no one's saying you can't talk about it. It's just that your valuations aren't based in reality.
we're just going to get upset because there's somebody out here who has a shirt on with bags on the wall and talks about it every day. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm not talking about private equity investments. I'm not pumping private equity investments. I'm not lying to people. We talk about it. GameStop's going to show $100 to $150 worth of profit this quarter. They're going to go on to become a very productive company, efficient, $100, $200, $300 million of profit a year. Is that all it's going to be? Probably. Is it the next See's Candy? Probably. Maybe it's just one company of many that Ryan's going to get churning and burning and go with it. Does it matter? I mean, am I a villain because of it?
I mean, if he gave people bad intel and then they lost a bunch of money, yeah, I mean, that doesn't make you a good person, but, like, I don't care. Dr. Lewis says, invest in a pop filter. You sound, I don't want to say that. That's mean.
Like, what are you mad about? I tell the truth.
Let's assume that's true for a second. Let's assume Marantz is not lying in any way. People can still be wrong. If Marantz is acting in good faith and this is genuinely all just the result of him being wrong about something, that's fine. It's not fun, but it's also not great. Yeah, people are going to be mad if you lost them money based on things you told them that turned out not to be true. You don't have to care, but, like, that's life.
I speak on private equity. I speak on how people are getting manipulated left and right. But instead of going through with the stories that you guys see, it's let's attack the messenger. And you're missing the message. It's okay.
What's the message, Marantz? Just that vague ideas of, like, corruption? That's not an original thought. That's not a hot take.
I won't stop talking. And I won't stop making videos. And I'm going to stay on subject. I'm going to tell you. HYMC, AMC, APE, Bed Bath & Beyond, Mullen Automotive, everything they've pushed in front of you. BBBY, GNS, I don't care what they put in front of you. They were all driven by private equity to manipulate people. And they've manipulated outcomes. They've manufactured outcomes.
GameStop is not shrinking due to manufactured outcomes. GameStop is shrinking because their business model is out of date and because gaming is continually, even though it is a growing and vibrant business, is moving digital. People are not interested in gaming in NFTs. There might be some crypto bros who are into it, but on the whole, most people, including gamers, don't like NFTs. GameStop's already winding down that stuff anyway. So that's not a direction for the future. Physical game sales continue to decline. Doesn't look good for the company.
But when it comes to GameStop, this story's just getting started. GameStop. Can't stop,
won't
stop. GameStop. And neither will I.
Investing in McDonald's and then doing intense videos ending with, and I'm loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Short squeeze. I think Volkswagen had one.
Put $1 million in it. It was a good buy. I bought it when, in 20 or something?
Yeah, that's a very good buy. I wanted to talk briefly about Reddit, and this is where I think Charlie kind of got it wrong a little bit. He was, because we had the GameStop of the world, the AMCs of the world, but if you want to call these short squeezes or whatever, these existed long before Reddit.com ever existed, right? You've been doing this for a long time. I remember Micron 20 years ago had this incredible short squeeze. I think Volkswagen had one.
That was epic.
But maybe you could just explain to people on a basic level the dynamics of what happens here, because it's not just the retail investors on Reddit.
Yes.
Like there's real market structure things happening.
Well, there was a huge market structure thing that happened that we'd never seen before.
Yeah.
Nearly every single adult American got a free check from the government of size. That was the event. And what do? Well, they start sports gambling.
Yeah.
They buy a new TV, update their iPod or whatever their iPhone is, and then
iPod.
they open up a Robinhood account. And we saw in a period of, say, 21 to 22, 20 years worth of new accounts opened, all compressed in an 18-month period. A lot of new, and what did they do? Well, their research is to go on Reddit and find out what everyone's doing. Oh, it's GameStop, it's AMC, we're going to craft these short squeezes, and it worked. It worked in the beginning, and it always works in the beginning.
GameStop, to be fair, there was a fundamental case there. We were actually long it.
You guys were one of the first ones doing it.
Like we were long it. I'm going to get these numbers wrong, but there was a play from
Dan Olson went into this, but Roaring Kitty's original thesis on GameStop wasn't out there. It was not, how do I put this? It was not this MOAS stuff. He just felt that it was undervalued because he felt there was a little bit more steam left in physical gaming and there was a new console generation coming on, which isn't out there. But it's incredibly overvalued now and has been since the squeeze. Yeah, it's a subreddit. It's video stuff from GME Meltdown.
5 to 20 or whatever. But then I think what people discovered is this massive short position, right? And so you had people being forced to cover as more and more of these people, not just these people, all people, institutions were buying, right? We had a client that lost billions and a client that made billions on GameStop, so.
I most probably lost if they were running hedge books.
Yeah.
And I know personally several that got cleaned out in AMC, GameStop.
Yeah.
Eventually found right.
Bill just has not talked a lot yet,
Retail Investor One.
I've said this many.
A really good business, dynamic. You might not know much about it, but do you think if you had a good CEO in there, somebody who was not doing all these buybacks, was building a really good business, dynamic enough that they would have been able to save a company like that?
I'm not sure. I really, I'm not.
You haven't done enough work, I have.
Because it could be, well, what do you do with that cash otherwise than buybacks? I can't really say.
I would have bought a cash flowing business.
I can't
That's what
really say with authority.
That's what I think you should do with GameStop.
Well, I mean, AMC bought a gold mine.
That's true.
He's got GameStop, Ryan Cohen's got $1 billion worth of cash. I think he should buy something. Buy something that cash flows.
Yeah.
And this thing can
That's
go.
so funny when he brings up that advice. It's you should buy something with positive cash flow. Wow, a business should make money? Shocking. What a strategy. Just buy a business other than the failing one you have now. Incredible insight, Bill. I have to use the bathroom real quick. So I'll be back in a sec. Everyone behave. Be right back. Who got cleaned out from AMC? There were a few. There were certainly some people who lost money on that. I haven't covered it, but it is a meme stock. I just don't care as much about it. So. The community isn't as interesting. Chair's giving out financial advice. Don't listen to Chair. Chair lives here and doesn't pay rent. Chair's a bum. Oh my gosh, this person bought so much shit at AMC.
The hedgies are fucked. Let's go, baby. Let's freaking go.
Buying a bunch of snacks at a movie theater in bulk is not going to make the stock go up. Fun fact.
That's when we become disenfranchised as a country. We can talk about the central banks, the reserves, the cheating, the stealing, but we all got there from one way, and that's getting away from God.
Amen. Amen. And I'll tell you what, if birth rates were higher, Bed Bath & Beyond would still be a massive company. You need a lot more towels, a lot more sheets, a lot more good stuff if we were having as many kids as we used to. I'm just going to put that out there.
No, Bed Bath & Beyond was a poorly run business with an outdated business model. What are you talking about?
And a lot
People have fucking babies.
of babies.
And a lot of babies.
Damn, Steven, you're awesome. Thank you for that one.
A distribution deal with Taylor Swift. How do you get into the same conversation at the same concerts, and I see everyone who goes to the concerts, and I see everyone who pays thousands of dollars? Adam Aaron, concerts. Bill Pulte, concerts. And they all push out this agenda that this young lady, who, yes, I grew up, and I mean, I've seen Taylor Swift over the last 10, 20 years evolve into something that you would never imagine, right? It's kind of like Billie Eilish, where she won 4 Grammys and she can't sing at all, and she's just talking and mumbling through her damn songs. She wins Grammys. You're like, how the hell did this get pushed on to people? I don't know.
There's more to music than someone's voice being melodic. There is something called, like, style. There's character to people's voices, and people like that.
Know the psyops and the way it's all worked out.
Psyops? Is this where we are? Is this where Marantz is? At fucking psyops? Oh, God.
Over all these years. But as you see entertainment aligned with political, I guess, elections, then you're going to see an outcome that's being supported by what? 20 and 30-year-olds, women that are appealed to vote in the same limelight lined up with whoever Taylor's voting with?
There's no way Marantz actually believes this, right? Like, does Marantz actually believe that election outcomes are hinging on Taylor Swift? Holy fucking shit.
It's just an idea, but I tell you, the AMC distribution deal kind of told me everything. The fact that it's Taylor Swift, Beyonce, and that's what it is for a failed movie company to get these deals. And they're still going bankrupt. We get that part. But yeah, I've seen every headline where it says Taylor Swift is not a psyop. And I was like, oh my, everyone has the same headline, right? Everyone has the same headline. Forget about GameStop. So let me know when these videos and this information gets out there, and I'll tell you Taylor Swift is really kissing Travis Kelce, i.e. they're a couple. Hey, let me ask you, how did the Kardashians...
Oh, he's really this far gone. He thinks that the relationship between Taylor Swift and her boyfriend, who's, you know, football. I don't know what team he was on. They won the Super Bowl. Anyway, I'm not surprised that Marantz is like this far into the rabbit hole of conspiracy, but like I'm still sad if it isn't Hannah Reloaded, Banana Reloaded.
Whoever, the Jenners, how'd they do with Bad Bunny? You guys don't know about this? She's moved on now, the little Jenner. She moved on to someone else because her and Bad Bunny broke up. Bad Bunny was the flavor of the month. It's just a publicist manufactured outcome. And it's no different here. Same thing's happening with...
Or people date and break up.
Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Somebody needs to tell me how their love story got started. I'm dying to know.
There are enough Swifties out there that I'm sure there's interviews that explain this. I don't know. I don't care that much about celebrities' personal lives. Isn't Bad Bunny gay? I don't know. I don't know who Bad Bunny is.
Right. All right, guys. Good luck on the Super Bowl. I won't be watching. Chances are Kansas City's going to win. And Vivek Ramaswamy, he already said, yeah, it's a psyop and they're going to win for sure. It's
Oh, wow. He's listening to Vivek, too.
guaranteed. But maybe they have to play against it now that you put it out to the public. And me, I understand it totally.
He understands it as well as he understands GameStop.
Alongside Charlie.
Oh, I don't watch the Fox Business thing. Oh, the Ape Father guy who was into AMC is big on Trump now. He probably always was, but he's talking about DWAC stock now.
Donald Trump is a
He really does dive deep into the foil, yeah.
fighter, a warrior. He never surrenders. Let's help him win back the White House and make America great again with this song by the Ape Father. V for Victory 2024, Trump, USA.
Don't make fun of people's looks, please. Not allowed. Are there words to the song, or it's just like a general song? Cool. Don't know how that's about Trump, but alrighty then. The sweet, sweet stylings of a Casio keyboard. You know it.
Hey guys, welcome back to
Oh, it's a little loud, sorry.
Rants, plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. I want to explain something to you that's been messing with me for a while now. In the last 3 years, I've been studying blue chip stocks as in the collateral to what is GameStop, the short position. And we're talking about the Mag 7. A lot of you guys don't remember, or maybe you do, back in the day when GameStop was running, right, January, right after it ran, I just happened to be, actually owned Apple, actually owned Microsoft at the time, and I was like, hey, I'm losing money, I sold. And I remember selling Apple and Microsoft because right after that, those collateral positions were being sold off to offset maybe a short position.
Those meds didn't taste great just sitting on my tongue. Sorry, I didn't realize my water was empty when I put that in my mouth, and I can't dry swallow pills, so.
Whenever every hedge fund has a long versus a short, their whole book. They have one book of longs, one book of shorts. We can get that. But what I found out was they started pricing in earnings for Microsoft, for Apple. So when they would announce their earnings, no matter what the outcome was, even if it was bullish and it was like they showed tremendous revenue, there was little movement because they were already pricing it in. But what they're really going to price.
I'm sorry, did Marantz just say that he just realized that hedge funds do research and make predictions about future earnings and use indications to predict those earnings and price them in, or at least attempt to? Because that's just like their job? That's just like their job is trying to make predictions about what happens to companies. Like, that's not a revelation, that's just their job? I'm a little confused by what he thinks is revealing here.
Is GameStop's earnings. And to price in GameStop's earning, you need something to offset your short. So all you're going to do, GameStop can stay flat after earnings for all I care. What are they going to do? They're going to pump the Mag 7. They're going to pump NVIDIA. NVIDIA earnings comes out this week. And how the hell could it go up any higher? Technically, all of you out there that have ever, spoken against GameStop and or you talk about fundamentals and how they're detached from the markets, tell me how the Mag 7's not detached from the markets, and or tell me how
multiple things can be detached from markets at the same time. Another company and I don't even know the company he's talking about, so I am not saying these companies are overvalued. I don't know anything about them. I don't know what NVIDIA's price is at right now. But that would have no bearing on whether or not the stock you are invested in is overvalued. It's a non sequitur.
Even the top 20 are not detached, and I can show you several stocks in there, but it looks like they're pricing in GameStop's earnings, just not by pumping GameStop. They're actually pumping the things to offset it. Because when GameStop does go up, and it does go wild after earnings because it looked really great and it has good numbers, what are you going to do? You're going to have to make sure that you have collateral versus that short, just so you don't get upside down. So the fact that the SPY is over 5,000 points, the S&P 500 over 5,000 points, and SPY is at over 500, that should tell you right there. I'm just like, man, do you remember when GameStop took off in 2021? You know what the SPY was right after? 3,700, 3,900, 3,900, I think. So, yeah, they had to sell off the top. They had to sell off all the blue chips to offset what GameStop was doing. GameStop triggers a market, and that's because the greed of people. They don't understand.
Does he really think that the market circles around GameStop like this?
I don't know why people try to make it so small and minute. They're like, oh, it's just GameStop. Oh, it's just a $5 billion company. Nah, the bet against
$5 billion?
GameStop's a lot bigger than that. And you're going to find that out. But hey, me? I don't know. I support a couple of companies.
I assume he's getting that off market cap or something. I don't know where he's getting the $5 billion.
But I just keep supporting GameStop. That's what I do. So, you know where to find me. GameStop can't stop, won't stop. Remember what I'm telling you, because I've lived it. Over the last 3 years, I've seen blue chips get pumped versus what GameStop is. And go look at it. And if you think I'm crazy, go look at Microsoft the week of GameStop's pump in January 2021. Go look at Apple too. And then go look at the next week right after.
He's trying to find negative correlation. At this point, this went up and this went down and this went down and this went up. They must be correlated. Correlation isn't causation.
Go look at the interview with Ryan Cohen. Clearly was asked, who is RC Ventures? He goes, it's just me. So it's not like he has additional investors with him. I'm with Ryan. How could you not be? He put all of his wealth, his reputation, his name alongside with GameStop. The fact that he wants to invest GameStop's wealth with his, well, guess what? You're not a billionaire.
That's actually the last video game he played, was the original Legend of Zelda.
I'm not a billionaire, but he is.
It's a joke.
So he didn't get there by luck. I know a lot of people think it's luck. How could it be? He did it by investing the right way. So if he's going to go ahead and do it, I'm gonna back him 100%. Because if you're not going to back Ryan Cohen, then get the fuck out of GameStop. And I'm not going to say, excuse me for cussing. I'm telling you, get the fuck out of GameStop if you're not going to back Ryan Cohen.
That's culty. If my entire investment was based on a single individual being the CEO of a company, I would not want to invest in that company because that is a precarious position if anything happens to that person or if they just decide to leave the company. So that's not good.
Either you're part of the team or you're not. Either you support the movement or you don't. That's it. It's the same problem I have with individuals like Manuel, Scott Allen, Bad Back, all these other guys who come around the channel and the chat of all GameStop investors. You see a GameStop chat call, all the same people come, right? You see a GameStop live stream, the same trolls are in the chat. Yet they want to say they like GameStop, they support GameStop, they probably even have shares. But then they're going to bad talk it and be like, well, Ryan.
Oh, so he's not even talking about actual people who don't agree with him, just like GameStop holders who don't like Ryan Cohen. Funny. Oh boy, Michael from the PP show has his own channel. This looked, interesting.
Hopefully I have everything set up. Let's see if it, if everything worked. Merry Christmas. Shoot. Yeah, my background is flipped. Since there's not a Twitter space, and there's no PP show, I had some interesting thoughts, and I feel like they'd be good to share. I guess before we get started, this is a disclaimer. This is not theological advice.
That gives me a sensible chuckle in my brain. Because normally they say not financial advice.
I am not a theologian. Please refer to the proper avenues to do so. You won't find it here. All right, so something I had a lot of interesting conversations with people in Florida, which I really appreciated. And
that's the Pulpe event in Florida, of course.
Something kind of came to my mind when I was thinking about Christmas today. And I guess we'll start with a trivia question that I didn't realize till today. Where does it say that Mary rode in on a donkey before she gave birth to Jesus?
I mean, it might not, but I assume that's just a public image that happened due to tableau. Like, I assume Catholic art probably showed that, and it became the tableau of them journeying to Bethlehem. Just a guess, though. I don't know.
That's typically how you see it in every nativity scene. There's always a donkey, but where does it?
I mean, that's because it's in the nativity. I don't know if they necessarily always rode that donkey in the thing, but yeah, you often see the donkey.
Actually talk about that donkey. If your answer is the proto-evangelion of of James, chapter 17, then good job. So
that's the worst Bible study I've ever seen.
It's not a strictly, I guess, canonically biblical thing that there's a donkey in the Christmas story, but I think I can make a pretty good case why it at least symbolically works. So I know some people might be offended if I, some people take things very literally. Some people take things very symbolically. You can make it as literal as you want. I prefer to at least start symbolically because I see a ton of overlap between what a lot of people believe.
This is titled The Christmas Story Dream Symbolism, by the way.
When you approach it from that angle, and whoever wants to go from there how they please is up to them. I hope I don't offend people. I'm not implying anything isn't literal, just that it's profoundly symbolic in the same way that, how our dreams work. And I think that our dreams help us understand the meaningful context of our life.
Oh no, he's going to be doing dream interpretation. Oh god. Okay. So the thing about interpreting dreams is that when Freud wrote about it, oh god. Let me put it this way. It's not an exact science, and by that I mean it's not a science. It's basically trying to figure out what symbols mean, and assuming in the case of Freud that many symbols have universal meaning, which might be true amongst tight-knit cultures with very, rigid symbolic orders, as Lacan would put it, I guess. But, like, trying to come up with objective interpretations that are broadly helpful for people is not great. Not great. Like, a lot of psychoanalysis isn't in vogue for a reason. It's because it is a very personalized, long process that is very expensive and takes fucking forever. There's a reason cognitive behavioral therapy is, like, the standard. Psychoanalysis, not just Freudian, but psychoanalysis in general, it's kind of a thing only rich people can afford, so. Or people with great insurance.
To make choices. And when we look at stories, especially stories that a lot of people...
To be clear, that's not to say that your dreams aren't meaning something to you or aren't vestiges of your subconscious or something. I don't know. I'm just saying there isn't a universal answer to these questions.
Will resonate with, it helps us figure out those symbols. So, I'll start here. It might kind of go a little crazy. I've been thinking about doing a video like this for some time, and I figure might as well just chaotically, roll with it instead of actually.
He was talking about an apocryphal James book, not like in the actual one.
Painfully map it out. So in the book of John, it says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God. All things were made through him, and without him, nothing that was made was made. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. So this might seem quite heretical, and this is where I'm definitely not saying this is the only interpretation. But I find some interesting overlap with the idea in the beginning was the Word. If you think about your, I don't even know that you have to call it a spiritual journey, but, your journey to in life and love, at the beginning, all we have is a word. That's all there is at the beginning is the word love. We don't understand it. We don't embody it. We can't definitively do it. But we have the word and we can use it. Merry Christmas to everyone.
It's getting a bit esoteric for me.
That's in the chat. I love you guys.
How are things in
You're all awesome.
BBBY land? Not good, clearly.
Oh wow, Johnny Jakes, the 50. Merry Christmas. That's awesome. This when you look at so the reason I thought about a donkey is because what is that word when there's nothing else beyond just that word? Actually, let me backtrack a little bit.
I am lost
in science. My background's actually, believe it or not, not in finance or law.
Yeah, he went to a medical school in, I think, the Bahamas or something.
Hence, so much imposter syndrome that I feel. But
he never got into a residency, which is why he's kind of in limbo. All right, let's move on, though. This isn't new, but I don't think I've shown this on the show before. I've shown his other raps, but fuck it, why not? Oh, wait, H-Baird first says chat right now.
Boring.
The only way to combat it is DRS.
DRS is direct registering shares. It's they were telling people to direct register their GameStop shares or their Bed Bath & Beyond shares. This guy's a GameStop guy.
Put the circles in the air, put the circles in the air. Put your circles in the air, put your circles in the air. DRS. Let me see you put your circles in the air, put a circle in the air. DRS.
The circle thing he's referencing is showing a pie chart from the app they tend to use, or the DRS like broker that they use, that shows that they have DRS'd 100% of their shares. So it's a circle. So that's a reference to a thing that they do, which is they will like post, look, here is my thing, and it'll show their circle showing that they have DRS'd all of their shares. It's a, how do I put this? It's a way of showing each other, like, look, I am part of the community, I'm doing this thing, I have also DRS'd my shares. It's a shibboleth, but not a word. It's a, I don't know how to describe it. Anyone a sociologist that has a word for what I'm trying to say? In-group signifier. That'll do it. Thanks, Root Fake.
And I need a DRS for the simple little fact that I need to have it in my name to ensure that it's true, and because I don't believe you. My layer 1 and 2 address intact authentication on every occasion. That's my dedication to you. I'm sick of them manipulating you, dude. Want you to know that I own it. If I make enough to retire, that's a bonus, yeah. Every single wallet out there is gonna have an NFT. I'm talking fundamentally. The world is turning digitally. And the risk is infinitely, yeah. Let's get it. I'm not tapping in, I'm not submitting. And you know it's always tomorrow until it's today. So I guess I'm just hodling until I get paid, and I DRS. Yeah.
It's not quite a dog whistle. A dog whistle's more of a shibboleth. A dog whistle is something that tends to have two meanings. The surface level meaning, which is more or less innocuous, and then the second actual meaning, which lies under the surface. This isn't that. This only has the one meaning. You might not understand it, but it's not disguising itself, so it's not really a dog whistle.
DRS.
Dog whistle has that dual meaning.
Put it in your name, put it in your name, come on.
Oh, he's a cloak. Sweet.
DRS that thing, come on. Put the circles in the air.
Virtue signal without the virtue. Vice signal.
Circles in the air. DRS. Let me see.
Run DRS is such a better joke than he has ever made. Good job, Mr. Blast.
Put the circle in the air right now for me. DRS. Put the circle in the air, proper circle in the air. DRS. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. He's done remixes of it too. That's his most popular video, as you might imagine.
Deliver it, Ryan, deliver it.
It's about Ryan Cohen. We watched a version of this.
Deliver it, Ryan, deliver it.
There a dual meaning? Yeah.
Deliver it, Ryan, deliver. Yeah, he gonna deliver the package with the NFT marketplace stacking. Packaged in the bag for the GameStop savages. 125K and we're the baddest, and I feel like, you never seen a revolution so strong. Come along, put your flags, put your mother lover hands up. Coming up the ash with the cash and the shivering, considering the RC's delivering. This is not a quick fix, pump and dump flip, this a 10K.
Are NFTs still a thing? I mean, they still exist, but they're not a fad anymore, so no. They're pretty much all, I mean, they were always worthless, but now they're more worthless in the actual literal sense.
To the seller box fiends, pissed cause the MSM plays to the ears of the fears and the sheep just eat
Did
it.
they announce the closure of the marketplace? I know the wallet shut down. Did I imagine that they were shutting down the marketplace, or?
If you wanna break out with some due diligence, broken down Puerto Rico to illiterate. And we're not forgetting that the chairman wants memes, we deliver it. Deliver it, Ryan, deliver it. Deliver it, Ryan, deliver it, Ryan, deliver it. RC, deliver it, Ryan, deliver it. They ain't seen me since last time, and I know they wanna see me. Deliver it, Ryan, deliver it. Deliver it, Ryan, deliver it. Last time, yeah. Deliver it, Ryan, deliver it. Last time people were
Both in the game, the NFT game launchers ended too. Was that Player? I know there were rumors that Player was dead, but I wasn't sure if that was confirmed. It's pretty funny. Like, again, I'm not making, again, people who are in, like, delusional belief systems, I get it. Like, I'm not mad at them personally for that, broadly speaking. It's the behaviors that come out of that, which can be incredibly harmful. But, like, outside of the people, the whole concept is pretty, like, absurd, right? Like, it's absurdist to the point of being funny. I don't know. It's just out there.
excited to see me. I might get a can of mayo. put it in the air, maybe attract some fakos. So many synthetics out here floating about, and we get labeled as schizophrenics when we call it out. I just want some balance, it's a challenge. Feel like I'm DK trying to gather bananas. You know what happens when I eat too much fruit, right? Running straight to the moon from the blue sky. Short say we're too high, it makes me want to hold till my hands are encrusted.
Can't believe I miss Rasle Con. I just don't get it. I said GameStop is overvalued right now. How much do I think a proper evaluation should be? I'm not going to put a specific number on it. Lower, though. Is Rasle Con in prison? That's a good question. I don't know what happened after the indictment. Let me look at it over here. He did say Mayo. Not sure what that is. I'm sure that's some other thing that's a meme for them that I just missed somehow. See what's going on with Rasle Con. Rasle Con's on Instagram. Let's see, when's the last post? 105 weeks ago. Probably in jail awaiting trial then, but I'm not positive. Let's take a look. Maybe her Wikipedia will say. According to New York authorities, she laundered $4.5 billion in cryptocurrency. Oh yeah, looks like she was convicted in August of 2023. Let's see that. Motherfucking Crocodile of Wall Street. Sorry, I missed this. There it is. Rasle Con and husband found guilty of 4.5 billion Bitcoin launder. We can look at this real quick. Put this over here so you can see it. A husband and wife cyber crime team have pleaded guilty to trying to launder $4.5 billion of Bitcoin that had been stolen in a hack in 2016. Heather Morgan and Ilya Lichtenstein were arrested last year in New York after police traced their riches back to the crypto heist. While evading police, Morgan masqueraded as a rapper and tech entrepreneur. I'm sorry, I just appreciate that they said masqueraded. She was doing rapping, it's just that this article is implying that she was so bad that she wasn't a real rapper, which, fair enough. As part of a plea deal, Lichtenstein admitted he was behind the hack. The couple both pleaded guilty to money laundering, but Morgan pleaded guilty to an additional count of conspiracy to defraud the United States. In spite of attempting to cover up her crimes, Morgan publicized dozens of expletive-filled music videos and rap songs filmed in locations around New York under the name Rasle Con. In her lyrics, she called herself a badass moneymaker and the Crocodile of Wall Street. Excuse me, she's the motherfucking Crocodile of Wall Street? Excuse you? In articles published in Forbes, Morgan also claims to be a successful tech businesswoman, calling herself an economist, serial entrepreneur. Sorry, serial entrepreneur sounds threatening, and I think it is. Software investor and rapper. But while developing her rapping and tech persona, she and her computer programmer husband were attempting to cash out their fortune stolen from the crypto firm Bitfinex. The couple now face prison sentences, with Lichtenstein in line for a possible maximum 20 years in prison and Morgan a possible 10. At the time of their arrest in February 2022, the stash of 119,000 bitcoins was worth about $4.5 billion, making it the U.S. Department of Justice's largest single financial seizure in its history. When the hack was carried out, bitcoins were worth about when the hack was carried out, the bitcoins were worth about $71 million, so they appreciated with the price of Bitcoin. Court documents showed in detail how the couple cashed out millions of dollars of the Bitfinex bitcoins into traditional money, using sophisticated techniques to try and stay under the radar. Records show the couple split up the Bitcoin into tiny amounts and transferred it into thousands of different crypto wallets with fake identities. mixed their stolen funds with other criminal cryptocurrency on the darknet marketplace Alphabay. Was Vortex still a thing at this time? Whatever it was called. The one that was basically just a thing to launder your cryptocurrency. What was it called? Tornado money? Tornado something? Whatever it was. It was a crypto thing that was literally existent to launder money. I wonder if they did that. It wasn't Alphabay. I was thinking of a different one. Anyway, purchase gold coins, very libertarian. Set up shell companies to make the Bitcoin funds look legit. The successful police operation in the latest case to is the latest case to utilize tools able to analyze transactions on Bitcoin's public blockchain ledger. One of the couple's key mistakes was shopping with Walmart supermarket vouchers paid for with the stolen funds. Tornado Cash, thank you. Police were able to link the Walmart gift cards back to some of the proceeds of the Bitfinex hack, which then opened up the further investigation, said Jonathan Levine, founder of cryptocurrency investigators Chainalysis, which was involved in the investigation. Here's a fun fact. People use gift cards to money launder all the time. Don't do that. I found this out the hard way because there was a time in my life about a decade ago where I was like really, really struggling for money. And I had a Sam's Club credit card. And I found out with the Sam's Club store card, it would let me buy gift cards to other places. And I started doing this when I was desperate, like for food. So I'd be like, you know, I could get stuff at Sam's, but for stuff I don't want at Sam's, I'll get like a gift card for a different store. So I started doing this until I found out you're not supposed to do that. They got very mad because they thought I was money laundering. I wasn't. I just wanted gift cards that I was buying on a credit card so I could get stuff other places, and I was poor as fuck. Anyway, it was fine. I didn't get in any trouble or anything, but, you know, people use gift cards to money launder, so don't do that. Buying gift cards and moving between different exchanges and different cryptocurrency never actually created the sort of break in provenance that the couple intended, he said. When when police raided the couple's Manhattan apartment, they found hollowed-out books created to conceal mobile phones. They also discovered dozens of burner handsets, several USB sticks, and $40,000 in cash. Police successfully decrypted a spreadsheet meticulously detailing the couple's intricate methods for laundering the stash, allowing them to recover nearly the full amount. In court documents, prosecutors say they uncovered communication records that indicate Morgan and Liechtenstein were planning to flee the US for Russia, his country of birth. If successful, they would have probably lived a billionaire lifestyle safe from arrest by the US. When the hack happened, Bitfinex customers took an enforced haircut, losing 36% of their assets held by the crypto exchange. By 2019, the company had reimbursed the victims, so now the Hong Kong-based firm and some customers who exchanged their losses for shares are in line for a windfall once the recovered bitcoins are returned. So, Rasle Con got convicted. That's good. That's good. BitConnect. Was it with a K? Sorry, now I feel like ending the stream by looking at Rasle Con. If you haven't seen this, you're welcome.
Never
after this, we're gonna end the stream, I think, so let's check it out.
forget weirdest is most original.
Hold on. I gotta pee real quick. No, I gotta pee real bad, and I want to watch this with you guys, so hold on. Don't go anywhere. Chair was swearing. That fuck. I'm allowed to swear. The chair isn't. The chair is a sub. The only thing I can dom is the chair, as it is inanimate. Anyway, let's watch this stupid fucking rap. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Mimped. We haven't done it in a while, and it'll probably be quite a while until we do it again. If we ever do it again, I don't know. But I thought it was worth showing, like, yep, a lot of them are still doing the thing. It's pretty cringe. And interesting. I know, you guys probably notice, I struggle with this. I struggle with this a lot. That balance between, like, if it were up to me, if I had a genie wish and it was like, hey, what do you want to do? I would rather, and no offense to you guys, I love doing this, I think it's fun, but I wish I could be in an academic setting where I got to look at weird delusional groups and cult-like communities and just talk about them, you know, in a pretty dry but interesting academic way. But as I am not in that situation and haven't gone back to school yet, I have to do it here. And that involves entertainment. And unfortunately, entertainment on the internet often means looking at things that kind of make you laugh. That kind of make you go, oh, that's cringe. I don't know. I worry about that balance and not making it just a mockery of these people. I don't want it to be a freak show, and I have not lived up to that in the past. I want it to be something that we can find interesting and entertaining without, like, being bullies and assholes. It's never going to be perfect, but I do struggle with that. Keep me in line. Like, if I ever do cross a line, tell me, because I'm trying not to. It's that line of trying to make fun of or understand with comedy these strange beliefs and why they exist, while also, like, you're a human being, you're gonna laugh at things that make you uncomfortable. I don't know.
Rasle Con, the Versace better win. Come real far, but don't know where I'm
No, nothing in particular. It's just something I struggle with. I'm not saying you guys did anything. It's just I struggle with it. Anyway, I keep interrupting Rasle Con. I'll shut the fuck up now.
Never forget, weirdest is most original. This song is for the entrepreneurs and hackers, all the misfits and...
The entrepreneurs and hackers convicted.
Rasle Con, the Versace better win. Come real far, but don't know where I'm heading. Motherfucking crocodile of Wall Street. Silver on my fingers and boots on my feet. Always be a goat, not a goddamn sheep. Email me, fuck your message at the beep. Beep, 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 beep. Spirit of a revolutionary, power of a dictator. Love to be contrary, but I'm fly like a gator. I've got pilot blood, I'm a real risk taker. Pirate riding the flood, badass money maker. Grandmother crocodile, weirder than an X-File. Brief fire, ship silver, so sexy when I slither. Sparkle on my little finger, hella...
This is not a parody, this is really what she did. She was convicted of laundering... What was it, $4.5 billion? That's what she was doing with the money! M. Scheffler says, I feel bad, but I don't hate this. It's like a bad movie that's so bad it's great, like Lamageddon. Oh, I agree. I'm a Neil Breen fan. I like a good shit show.
Poised to throw a zinger, playing on their worst fear. Rasle Con, the Versace better win. Come real far, but don't know where I'm heading. Motherfucking crocodile of Wall Street. Silver on my finger.
She did something wrong, but she lived her dreams. She flew too close to the sun. But oh boy, for just a moment, hanging there in the sky, it was glorious. And then, the fall.
And boots on my feet. Always be a goat, not a goddamn sheep. Email me, fuck your message at the beep. Beep, 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 beep. Rasle Con's the name, that hot grandma. You really wanna bang. Always run the guilt game, ever since I was 15. I'm many things. A rapper, an economist, a journalist, a writer, a CEO, and a dirty, 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 dirty hoe. Better than most writers, creepier than most girls, weirder than most rappers, but I still rock pearls. Rasle Con, the Versace better...
I get the feeling that she was kind of going for, like, Lady Little Dicky. Hopefully minus the association with, Chris Brown. I liked Little Dicky until the Chris Brown thing. What the fuck, man?
Come real far, but don't know where I'm heading. Motherfucking crocodile of Wall.
See, you can be silly like this, but you also have to be talented. Being silly like this pays off when you're, like, really talented. Like, if she was doing this, and it was this silly, but she was actually competent at rapping, maybe it would get a little YouTube hit outside of the provenance of the story of her criminality. Like, you know, did he defend Chris Brown? Oh, it's even stupider. He did a whole music video with Chris Brown and, like, made light of the situation. Like, yeah, it's fucked up. It's fucked up.
Silver on my fingers and boots on my feet. Always be a goat, not a goddamn sheep. Email me, fuck your message at the beep.
Wonder how it felt walking into this rap being recorded when going out for grocery shopping. This is New York. Shit like this is happening all the time. People see people filming things and doing projects, and this is not abnormal. I don't think most people who live in New York would look twice at this.
The Versace better win, got the bling that win. With the Berber might, I'll win every fight. My swag ain't just lit, Silver really packs a hit. Bobby fashion so legit. Pussy bitches saying stop, about to pop, ain't gon' quit. They say Raz a filthy bitch, but they're jealous of my tits. My eyes, my nose, my bling, my clothes, these rings, my hose.
I think part of it is you can tell she's trying to, like, like, it feels cynical. It feels like she's trying to do a Macklemore or Little Dicky thing. And she's trying really hard. I don't know. There's something inauthentic about it. Screaming at the radio, thanks for 33 months. Maybe it's just a lack of confidence? I mean, she certainly must have confidence. She helped launder billions of dollars. Huh. I don't know. She's just not a good performer. And to be clear, I couldn't do this either. Like, this is... If you're gonna do this, you gotta commit and have a hell of a personality. Most people could not pull this off.
I don't fuck with no bros. Unless they're gay, gays don't count, they're exempt. Rasle Con, the Versace better win. Come real far, but don't know where I'm heading. Motherfucking crocodile of Wall Street. Silver on my fingers and boots on my feet. Always be a goat, not a goddamn sheep. Email me, fuck your message.
I'm simply saying if I had billions of dollars that I had laundered, I would make a better video. I would probably hire a professional director.
At the beep.
And if she did for this, holy shit, you should have hired a better one. You had the money.
Beep, beep.
Bye, darling Dr. Lamb Chop. We'll be done in a sec anyway. Thanks for coming.
Everyone worries too much about what's proper, but not Raz, no shame, that don't stop her. Blindly following rules is for fools. Instead, I work the edge cases with my tools. Awkward as fuck. Act shit like a whirling dervish, better duck. This bitch is Turkish, don't pressure luck.
Is it good, bad? I think generally no. Like, if I didn't know the story behind this, I'd be like, after about a minute, I'd probably tap out and be like, I get it. It's cringe and she's not very good, but whatever. I think what's incredible about this is that you know that while she was filming this, she knew that she had stolen billions of dollars or been involved in laundering it. Like, that's incredible to me. There's a line in here about not following rules. Like, yeah, you're gonna go to prison for 10 years.
ISIS can't handle them Kurdish. Fuck your Jane Austen romance, rather be taken.
If I had billions of dollars I had stolen, I would simply disappear and never show up on the internet again. I would not be doing this.
A taxidermy class, prefer Vietnam over France. Doing my jerk-off dance. Looking like a gay male stripper. But my synesthesia world is even trippier.
That doesn't track. And I don't think enough people know what synesthesia is for that to fly. I think I only know that because I did a paper on it in school. Jesus. Well, that certainly was something. So thanks everyone for hanging out. Meme stocks are strange. I am excited though. Tomorrow will be Tuesday, so we'll be back doing Tinfoil Tuesday. Love talking about conspiracy theories and why people believe them. Love you too, Mr. Blast. So I'm excited to do that. I'll make sure we get some good stuff for tomorrow. And some interesting concepts about conspiratorial beliefs to talk about. So join me for that. It will be dual streamed both on YouTube and Twitch. So I'll see both platforms tomorrow. If you are on YouTube, give the stream a like, please, as we end. I'd appreciate it. On Twitch, you don't have to do anything other than just be cool. So, all right. Night, everyone. Be excellent to each other. Party on, or I don't know, other movie lines I've crammed my brain full of instead of math. Oh, one more thing. Mimped with a $2 super chat says, thanks, Hannah. Thank you.